Top
Yeah.
5 dead or alive freakiest of
Damn.
freaks.
Not dead or alive. Come on, yo. That's too much pressure on the kid.
Michaela's here.
Dead or
Now I
alive.
gotta
Your
live up to that
host.
pressure and shit. Top
Yeah,
5 dead
I'm
or
your
alive? That's
well-rested
crazy.
host.
yeah, pretty much.
He said you're well rested, whole
I'm
nigga. You
your
took
very
2 weeks off.
well-rested host.
You know,
We'll
well, that's
address
it.
all that in a second.
Dress
Ozzy the Don is here somewhat because I don't know if he's all the way awake.
Port away.
On 3 hours of sleep.
Everybody's communicating, motherfucking.
And I gotta work later.
Fucking.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta work
Like,
later.
everywhere, bro.
The master of all words, the accountability lieutenant, military expert Ozzy the Don is here with us today. Unlike the last pod, that should be
Oh.
addressed as well.
Wait, where the shots fired?
I don't know. I don't have no shots.
You just said he wasn't at the last one. You threw that shit in there at the last
But
minute like it was a
I
shot.
don't think that was by his choice though.
It definitely wasn't, but it still felt like a shot though.
Okay. This is what we call deflection.
Deflection.
Yo,
Denial.
you know what? The narcissistic traits in you are getting stronger every fucking week, my son.
That's crazy.
I'm tired of it.
Great. All right. And last but not least,
Yeah.
here on time, keeping this pod alive for 66 weeks in a row now. The oldest podcaster of the world.
The world.
Of the world.
This nigga
is
said
wild.
of the world.
The world is crazy.
The previous podcast of the month before Ozzy the Don so go from the legendary Brown family, the Timberland Bandit.
Not the Timberland Bandit. I love it.
The Timberland Bandit.
Wearing a New York fitted and
All
falling
day.
asleep in a couch near you.
I'm dead.
What up, world?
Oh, now you got shots, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
At least he charged the fucking soundboard this time. Thank God.
And
Ready.
as always, your humble, well-rested, disgruntled host,
Not a super biased.
Kmart
Super
says.
biased host.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while.
Did you miss me?
I know that the crowd is overwhelmed.
I'm dead.
This guy.
I know, I'm back.
I know.
I'm here. Glad to be here with all of y'all and some of my hosts, kinda.
Kinda. Wow.
He said kinda.
Let's address
none of this energy in person, yo.
Let's start with the Michaela shit first.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Start with Michaela.
Okay. Ozzy, are you present? Are you here?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. You talking shit about Michaela? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh my God, not even.
Okay. We had a podcast in person.
Yes.
I had
impromptu.
I had to spend a shit ton of time editing the shit because Derek kept falling asleep.
So the fuck what?
So the fuck what?
Right. Who gives a fuck, right? It's out. We here. It was a great pod. Went out. Doing great out there. Subscriber to Dick. Just like we got our new subscriber now. Shout out to you. And shout out to Leo. Now, the following week, because I was still editing this pod, and because everybody is fucking tired and fatigued throughout I don't know how many weeks now that we've been consistently dropping pods.
Right.
And every time we come on here, everybody got some shit going on. Ozzy waking up, Derek fucking driving down all New Jersey, Michaela trying to find signal half the pod. I thought it was a good time for us to take a break. And we did, and now we're here, well rested, and back. Now,
Bullshit.
Now that that's addressed, I'd like to address the fact that Ozzy the Don wasn't on the last pod.
Wasn't on.
Because if it was up to me, he would have been. Somebody on this pod decided to come to New Jersey, pay us a visit the day after he leaves. And we ended up shooting a pod without him.
Because when our subscribers watch the pod, they're like, wait, but where's Ozzy the Don? On the next one, bitch.
How did you feel? How did you feel?
It's like, nah, fans, I don't mean to call y'all bitch.
How did you feel seeing us live on camera without you?
I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I watched it right away when it came out.
He was still supportive. He wasn't feeling no way.
I was probably the first one to like and the first one to fully watch it because I was watching as soon as it dropped. It was funny.
Good.
I was
Great. That's
working.
great. That's great leadership from the active Gay Pride Month podcast of the month.
Oh
Nigga,
shit.
nigga, yeah, he's fucking
Gay
playing
pride
with
month.
my name, bitch.
Now, how did you feel about being left out?
I ain't feel left out at all.
That's a good team member.
Sometimes you gotta kind of disappear or, not be present for motherfuckers to miss you a little bit. So sometimes, when you around often, you start becoming calm and it ain't the same. Sometimes you gotta have people wondering where you at, what you doing. So I ain't tripping.
Okay. All right.
Very
We,
mature answer. I
can
feel
we
you.
proceed now?
You said what?
We should proceed now with the pod, right?
Yeah, you try to stir some shit up, you little
For all
narcissistic
businesses.
fuck. It's like Michaela said, you exposing yourself more and more by the minute, brother.
Every week.
I
Y'all
ain't
It's
crazy.
time to
exposing
find out
shit.
you the problem.
I'm the one that's not full of shit here. Everybody else on this pod is full of shit. I believe
That's
so.
crazy. This guy is funny as hell.
We gonna let him live with that.
He the most full of shit, but we'll get to that later.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks now. What have we missed that anybody wants to discuss? It's all up to you guys today. I got a list of things that
I
I
got
want
a
to
few
speak
things I
about.
want to
I
touch
don't really
down
have a
on.
topic list necessarily because it's the summer. Everybody's outside. The shit's a mess in the news.
Mhm.
There's no new music coming out. Well, there is some new music coming out, but nothing that's
To
fucking
jump out the
stopping
win
time.
to jump out the window.
Yeah, nothing that's stopping time. We'll talk about the new music.
Yeah, I about to
Talk.
say it's a couple things that dropped. Right.
The
Well, it's
NBA
something that
Finals
came up
happened.
last night.
Yeah, OKC won. Facts. Listen, they got
Yeah, round of applause, I guess.
yeah. Shay
Um,
deserved it, man. Hey, Shay deserved it, man.
He did.
round of applause to the
I can't hate on that
2025
kid,
NBA
bro.
Finals champions.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
hate.
was watching
I can't hate on that kid. He's
I was
good.
watching the game, and literally like I had just put it on because I was a couple minutes late, but it was
Mhm.
still first quarter.
Right.
Bro, the first thing I see is
It
the
was still
first
close.
play is him getting hurt. I'm like, oh, and the niggas that voted that paid mad money for Pacers to win. They
Oh yeah.
tight.
Oh, when Taliburn got yeah,
They tight,
yeah.
bro. They tight.
And I give it to them. They still stayed close with them for a while. It wasn't until
Yeah,
after the
for
second half they started
yes.
stretching. They started stretching on them. I said, yo,
It's
once it grew to like 10 to 12 points, I said, we
That
might
shit
have to watch
reminded
it.
me of when KD went down.
Yeah. hmm Took the momentum out the team.
The game was over.
there was a lot of injuries within the same thing this season, like at least 10 of the same shit.
It went to game seven. Honestly, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna just flat out come out and say it. This shit was boring as hell to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, you dumb, yo. He said this shit was boring as hell to watch.
I caught game 5 and 6, watched the entire game, and was so unexcited throughout the entire game that
Nah, I was watching that shit when I was working. I was like, what the fuck?
It wasn't like an action packed game.
When was the last finals really that good though?
if I tell it, I'll say
I don't know.
the Lakers, the
Lakers and
bubble,
who?
Versus who?
in the
Lakers and
bubble. And they're doing a terrible job in marketing it. They're taking the NBA Finals fucking logo off the court.
Hmm.
Like they're doing little shit. The announcing is terrible. It's just been really fucking bad. Like it's been badly handled, yo.
You've been saying that shit for the past couple years.
I've been saying it, and every fucking year I come and say the same shit, and OZ tell me no, the league is going great. The league is going great, and all the fucking
Well,
ratings keep going down.
I feel like shit be getting ready to be great, and then mad important niggas get hurt. That's what ruins the NBA sometimes when the real good players get hurt. So okay.
I think the ratings have been in the toilet, and they can't figure out why. And I keep
What do
saying,
you think? Why do you think it is though?
I think if the Knicks were in this finals, I think a lot more viewership would be
Yeah,
watching.
absolutely. Of course.
I agree.
And it's
I
not
agree.
just because it's a New York team. I'm saying because
Just the struggle of the
it's
Knicks,
the
bro.
market, yo.
It's the
Two
struggle.
small market teams aren't gonna win you shit. They're not gonna. People
Yeah.
aren't gonna tune into two small market teams.
OKC and
If it's
Indiana.
one small market team, okay. But if it's two small market teams and you don't have a LeBron type of player on either one of them,
Right.
nobody's tuning in to watch that shit. Like, there's no story.
Yeah.
There's no storyline. If you don't got a story, then like, what was the story behind this year's finals?
I don't know. That Shea is just better than niggas.
Like LeBron winning his chip, LeBron being in the final, it's like, okay, LeBron gonna finally get another ring. If it's the Celtics and Lakers, it's the rivalry. If it's the Knicks in the finals, like, oh, New York is good for the first time in however long it's been. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a
Right.
story behind that. There's
Right.
no story behind Indiana. There's no story behind OKC. I remember years back when Milwaukee played the Suns and it was just as boring. Like, you're putting two teams that nobody gives a fuck about. And I'm saying putting because I feel like the league is rigged anyway.
I'd rather that. I wouldn't want to say the main cities that we have in America. I kind of want to, like, what's going on with Dallas and Kyrie. I like it. OKC winning. I like it. Pacers having their team like that, that's structured. I like it. Like, I want those teams to start winning because Golden State Warriors started that. Well, not really, because they already had some championships
See,
from
but
the
that's
'90s and '80s and shit like that.
yeah, but that's a
Whatever.
good example though, because the Warriors were there was nobody was a Warriors fan.
That's why everybody was okay with
Sure
them winning.
wasn't. Even when Tim Hardaway and them was over
Yeah,
there,
but then when you get
it
a
wasn't
Steph
like
Curry,
big.
Steph and Clay, the Splash
They
Brothers,
brought it back to life.
and Steph is the son of Del Curry and all this
Yeah.
shit. Like there was a
They
story
brought it
behind
back
that.
to life.
Steph was the greatest shooter of all time. We
Right.
never seen somebody shoot like that.
Pure shooter.
There was a story behind that. Oh, KD went over here. Now we hate the Warriors because KD's here. You know what I'm saying? There's always a story behind the finals. That ain't been the case in a while now. Like the Knicks, the Knicks playoff run, that was some of the most entertaining basketball seen in a long ass time.
No, the games were good. They were fights. They were fight. It was dog fight. I think every team we played, it was a dog fight. It wasn't no like blowout. It was fight. It was a fight, which is good basketball, bro. Somebody getting blown out. That shit ain't no good basketball.
The officiating has to stop too. This
Yeah.
shit is bad. This shit is getting worse every fucking year, yo. They
This
be
shit
calling some
is
shit
bad.
that be egregious, yo.
Yeah. Like where they get these
Doing-
refs from? Kmart? Nigga, what the fuck? Where y'all find these niggas, bro?
Oh, that just reminded me. Holy fuck.
He said that just reminded me.
I've been watching the Big Three, Michael Beasley versus Lance Stevenson. That shit. And honestly, there's a fucking Big Three match in Miami. And there's cheap ass tickets. I might get them. Me and my cousin.
Yeah.
That happened while we were away. No, that actually happened on 2 pods ago, but we just didn't talk about it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Michael Beasley. A lot of
a
NBA
fucking
players say
beast.
he's nice, like 1-on-1.
He's like that.
They say he really did beat LeBron 1-on-1. He was whooping his ass in practice and shit like that. He's actually
Bruh,
nice.
I believe it. I feel like the nicest niggas that ever played basketball are on the streets, bro. I don't
Are
believe I
not
don't
in there.
believe
Yeah,
they in
they're
the
not in
NBA,
there.
yo.
Yeah, they're not in
I
NBA.
really I
That's
really
true.
believe that in my heart, my nigga.
That's
I believe you
100%
take
true.
the best nigga off the street and the best nigga off the NBA, the nigga off the street gonna whoop his ass.
Tell me about your team trading all the players off the Celtics,
Ah,
like I said they would.
I knew you was going to that. This nigga funny as hell. He said, tell me about your team. Traded all their
Obvious.
players. He said y'all gonna suck this year, bro.
They even said it like, yeah, this is the last time most of us gonna play together.
That Drew Holiday
That's
trade
crazy.
is fucking insane to
Yeah.
me.
What was the trade?
Y'all got Anthony Simmons for who's averaging over 20 points a game for a 37-year-old Drew Holiday. And then they're gonna turn around and tell me that the league ain't fixed.
No, I
Yeah,
mean we
that shit.
didn't
That
just get one
yo, because the
person.
trades don't make no sense, bro. Like, what
Porzingis got
sense does that?
traded to Atlanta.
Why?
For
For who?
Um, I don't know, a sandwich and I
Who
don't
the
know,
fuck is that?
a
you said a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Oh, I thought you said Sam Widgeon. I said, who the fuck is
Sandwich. It just made his own name. Mhm. Mhm.
that? Maybe it's the weed, yo. I heard Sam Widgeon. I'm like, who the fuck is that? That nigga said sandwich.
And they sent the 22nd overall pick to the Nets, making the Nets now have 5 first-round picks in this year's draft, which they all used.
Wow, really?
The Nets had 5 first-round picks in this year's draft. They drafted very well, and then they got the 6th pick in the second round of the draft.
That's
And yeah,
crazy.
the Nets looking nice now, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not mad at any of the trades.
That'd be dope if the Nets and the Knicks are good this year.
Who else we trying to trade? We only traded Porzingis and Drew Holiday.
So far, yeah, but
If I was owning
Yeah,
the
Tatum.
Celtics, those would have been the first
Tatum
two
shot.
out. And don't get me wrong, Drew Holiday did
oh,
his thing.
Drew Holiday's 37, and Porzingis has been injury ridden for the
Yeah,
last
exactly. Yo, I would have got rid of
decade.
him. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. As a matter of fact, Drew Holiday causes a couple fucking stupid turnovers. A lot, actually. If you really pay attention and
Well,
look at the plays, that nigga causes some very bad
well,
turnovers.
he went into fill a role where you guys were lacking in big men pause. He was there for what they needed him for, and they got the ring, and now it's time to move. Especially after I told you after that Jason Tatum injury, a lot of people were being.
No, we got to make adjustments.
There's no coming back the same with Jason Tatum out for the season, and now you can't expect Al Horford, Porzingis, and Drew Holiday to be here in 2 years and be the same players. And it's time to go. I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics trade Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I said that. I said that might happen.
I really wouldn't be surprised at
That
all.
might happen.
I mean, I'm
Tatum
not
ain't
hearing
playing
any
this year.
rumors or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't got nothing left.
Yeah,
What
I'm
else
good
I
on
want?
that.
All right, well, if you don't got nothing done on
Um,
NBA,
You know, hit my ring.
last night, bro, I realized that niggas from down south, yeah, we was talking all that shit about Lil Wayne album up north. Niggas down south is jacking that Lil Wayne shit, bro.
Ew. I was going to say, it's just because of the name.
I was out last night. I was West Palm Beach and shit. And this nigga, we was having that conversation, and they from down south. They really saw some south niggas, and yeah, I was like, yo, how y'all fuck with that Lil Wayne shit? It's like, yeah, that shit fire. What? I'm like, what? Okay.
word.
110,000 units in his first week.
I haven't really heard it yet though. Y'all
Okay,
told
you
y'all
should
told me
hear
to
it.
save my energy.
You really do not want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
You could
I
check
heard
it out
more
if you
now
want,
through
but you
somebody
really
else
do
that
not. Yeah.
that was listening to it, and it was his first time, so he was skimming while we was in the whip, and yeah, yeah,
That shit is garbage.
yeah, it didn't
It's
grab me.
fine. It's okay to say he fell off. That's it. It's a rap, yo. It's a rap.
They say he fell off.
It's a rap, yo. We've been giving grace to rappers for years. It's a rap. It's done.
Yeah, I can't.
He can't do it no more. He's done. It's
Yeah,
okay to say that. I'm sorry, I gotta be the one to say it. We've been
still a
making
legend,
excuses for him for the last 10 years.
still a legend, but yeah, all right.
He's a legend. He's one of the greatest ever. He's on my top five for sure. But it's a rap. They ain't nothing. He don't got nothing to rap about. He ain't cool with his team. It don't seem like he got a good relationship with Drake to go get a hit if he wants one.
Don't seem like he motivated either.
Well, motivated, I think Wayne just lives and breathes rap. I don't think he has anything else that he wants to do outside of rap. But I don't know. Maybe some of that. Yo, I don't listen to other shit. I'm not in tune with shit. Plays
Yeah, he
a,
always
a
say that.
role into it.
He always do that too. Yeah, I don't
Cause
listen to nobody.
that'll feed your delusion if you got a bunch of yes men saying, "Oh, this shit hot," and we know it's not.
And you ain't listening to your competition to know what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? You just listening to yourself. You ain't really,
For a motherfucker that's a huge feature artist, I don't know.
right. Yeah, huge future, right?
But your brother said it, and we I think that was a great point that everybody brought up a handful of times now on this pod. I think he was right. Wayne is good for a feature. I'd like to hear a Wayne verse on a Rick Ross record.
Or like remixing like like a DOA or a fucking we be that one song from down south. I'm
Wayne
on some shit
Wayne
they ain't
is
even
now
come
like
out the ass yet.
Wayne is not like Three Stacks where you call him to get on a Khaled record with Hove or another legendary act or some shit, and that's it. That's when you hear him. I don't think anybody's checking for a Lil Wayne album anymore. When was the last great Lil Wayne album? Let's be serious now. I know we cape for him because he's a fucking legend. When was the last great Lil Wayne album? It's been a long time now.
Well, great is different from good, so I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, exactly. The last good album, shit. When was the
What's
last good
five?
album? The last
Five?
good album was almost a decade ago.
Five? I'm about to say five was good. It wasn't the shit. It wasn't whack. It wasn't great though.
It's a rap, yo. And
Probably.
and I'm gonna come in here and really start speaking the truth on some of these people who is a rap for.
Yo, I want to know something, bro. What's up with y'all man Jim Jones, bro?
I love this.
Can we do this, please?
He's a genius.
Can we do this?
Boy, bro, you know
He's a
niggas get old
genius.
and
He's been on a spree.
Michaela,
Last year it was Pusha T. Now it's
he's on the
Styles P
spread.
and Nas. What's going on with this guy? Is he delusional?
I
Is
love
he
it.
clout chasing? Does he
He's a
really
genius.
believe?
Clowning, bro.
He's a
Does he really
genius.
believe this?
He better drop an album or something right after this, and that shit better be fire because
To be having
he
some heat
using 50
following this shit.
mentality right now. You know, I'm gonna
Okay,
start
let's
some
keep.
beef,
Yes,
and
yes,
then I'm gonna
yes. I
drop
love it.
something because the eye is
Everybody's
still on
listening.
me. You know,
Everybody's
you
listening.
get your 15 minutes.
See
Everybody's
now,
listening.
and
Everybody's
Michaela hit
listening.
it right on the nose. Jim is a marketing genius. If I ever seen one.
All right.
Everything that Jim has been saying has been coming off of trying to go viral and playing the game. He said it in interviews before. He's like, "Yo, this is the game now. Going viral is the
Yeah.
game right now." And to be honest, if he was dropping trash music, I would be mad at it. But he's not.
No,
If
he's
we're
not.
gonna if we're telling the truth, Jim has been dropping really good albums back to back for some years now.
No, I just had this conversation, bro. Like he musically is dope. I don't take that away from him. Just some niggas you're just not better than.
He was
Like,
real quiet when he was beefing with Cam and niggas was talking about him twerking in the background. He had nothing to say then. That was real beef. That's why I said this seems like some marketing shit.
Yeah,
It don't
I
even
think the
seem
Cam
real.
shit,
nah,
the
it's
Cam
rap.
shit, I think is.
He's saying he's better than niggas. It's not personal beef. Him and Styles and them is cool. Like they ain't got no problems with that. But
Yo, Jim,
he's saying he
let's
better
be
than them.
real. Let's be real now.
He
And I
Jim
said
Jones,
love how
he said he'll
everybody
run
responded.
circles. He'll run circles around Nas. Like, come on, my nigga, stop.
Everybody
Are you?
responded
His
respectfully.
best verse isn't better than
That's
Nas's
also
worst
what
verse.
makes me think it's not real beef
hold on. I can't
because
hear Michaela. What did you say?
I said, and everybody responded respectfully. Styles responded respectfully. Nas responded respectfully. First of all, them niggas don't even need to respond. Real talk.
They
Like,
don't.
I don't give a fuck how long Jim been in the game. You know they're not at this level. But the
What?
fact that they responded like, yo, I don't know what he on right now, but he know. He know what it
Let's
is.
keep it a buck though.
Nas said I ain't about to get that shit no attention.
Nas gonna see that shit and he gonna laugh like, okay, yeah, right. Like Michaela said, he don't need to say nothing. But let's
Right.
be real. Y'all think Jim Jones really thinks he better than Nas?
Hell no.
He can't, bro.
I don't think Jim
Even
Jones
your
believes that.
camp, like even if you was that delusional, maybe you woke up on one that day. Your
Your
camp will be
boys
like,
would
yo,
tell.
Lo,
Your boys would be
stop
like, "Yo,
playing, bro.
chill."
The whole Nas and Jim Jones thing came from some 22
Some
year old
kid,
kid.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know why we keep making random people a topic,
Mm,
But
but
like Joe Button said on his podcast, I'm not having a musical conversation with a fucking 22-year-old dog.
true.
correct,
That's just me. You feel
I
me?
don't care
correct.
how much you
I
listen to.
forgot more than you've ever learned when it comes
Yeah.
to music,
I
and that's
don't
a
Well,
care
I
fact.
what you listen to.
understand. I would understand that conversation if you actually had people in your generation who was nice. Like y'all couldn't tell me
That was nice.
Kendrick and Drake and Cole weren't rapping their ass off.
Yeah,
Like
I
y'all
mean,
couldn't tell me that.
they
But
can't. No,
if
they
they
can't.
if they come here with that Playboy Cardi shit, then I'm laughing them out the fucking room.
Right,
Cause what are
right,
we talking about?
Right.
right.
Like you don't
That's
even
what,
have a basis to your conversation.
right.
I'm definitely not talking to no 22
I'm
year old.
not
But the
arguing
kid
with
was talking
fools.
about Jim
That
Jones.
relevancy, his
Jim Jones was more influential to his generation than
off of
Nas was.
fashion,
Off of the
and
fashion, off of the hits and
he
all
had
this
more
that
hits
shit
at
and
the
all this.
time.
I understand the conversation, but let's be
Right,
clear.
right.
22-year-old was born in '03.
Wow.
You were fucking
You
4
are a
years old when
baby when
Dipset
the
came
shit
out.
was. Yeah.
Right.
So they ain't really a generation either. You just said this shit to spark up a conversation.
Or to
Which is
upset the
cool.
older people. But I didn't take it. I didn't take that to heart. Like I took it as he's a child. Like he doesn't know Nas. He doesn't. He didn't listen to his homework. He didn't.
And
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
crazy. Nas still dropping albums, so you can't even say he's not relevant. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
he just not on Front
But you
Street.
know
You
what
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
like? You
But
know what I don't like about this type of conversation is that we can't compare Nas to Jim Jones, of course not, because Nas was just top
Lyrically.
five that are alive on most people's list, right?
Right.
But I also don't like to discredit Jim Jones and what he's done.
no, of course not. It's
We're
just not
not
a fair
discrediting
comparison.
him.
Jim is just not on his
And
level.
that's
That's
why
all.
that's why I hate that it's a
It's
comparison
like
at all
saying Jim
because
is on Hove level. It's not the same shit, bro. But Jim is a wealthy competitor. I'm not saying that his catalog is dope, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Jim got great music, he got
But
hits. It's true that he got the fashion side of things.
but
He's
the niggas
still
that he's
rapping at a high
choosing,
level. He's
but the
actually
niggas that
improved.
the niggas that he's choosing is on the same tier or higher, is what I'm saying though.
On the
Okay,
same
now
tier as what?
let's put
As
Nas.
him.
Let's put
As
Nas.
as him.
Let's put the
Yeah.
Nas
Put
conversation
put
to
Nas
bed
to the
because
side because
they ain't nothing to talk about there, right?
yeah, I'm about to say
Exactly.
let's put Nas to the side because Nas is not even a discussion. We all
Okay.
agree on that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
let's go to Styles and then we can go to Push.
Okay. Styles. I think Styles he has the most to argue with,
Hmm.
depending on what the criteria is.
Right.
Right now,
Because
I'll say
if I'm
on
taking as
hits
a
and
rapper
shit,
level,
right?
he
Hold
can't
it.
rap with Styles.
He can't hold a candle to Styles on a bar
I
like
wouldn't
what
say he
Styles
can't
says
hold
he does.
a candle because Jim
What?
can rap.
He can
Jim can
rap,
rap.
but
Not better than.
he's not a Styles Jada level rapper.
Yeah.
Styles is on the same level as Jada.
Yeah,
Let's
but
be
you already
clear.
know you.
Can
Yeah,
we
but
not agree on that?
the
Let's
reason
be
why, yeah,
clear.
but the reason why I say that is because I give rappers a fighter's chance. Like
Jim's a lot better than what he started with. If you go back to his first two fucking albums compared to now, he definitely raps a lot better.
100%. But I also
But
say Styles can out rap Jim, but I think Jim is smart enough to put something there, some kind of strategy there. So I won't say he can't hold a candle to him, but yeah, on a rap conversation, I'm taking Styles 7 days out of the week. Now,
yeah,
if I'm looking
hits,
at
I would give
artists
it to
and
Jim.
influence,
I would give
now
it.
we
Yeah, I
have
would give.
a battle.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now, if you talking hits and influence, then Jim probably got the battle. If you talking bars and just the streets, bro, like
Impact.
Styles got the streets, my nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like in
When
certain
we talking
criteria.
about the locks, we often mention Kiss and Styles in tandem.
Right? No, for sure.
Now,
No,
when we talking about Dipset, I think we're gonna talk about Cam and Joel's before we get to Jim.
they
Facts.
rap better than Jim.
Well, we credit both of them more than we do Jim Jones.
Maybe, maybe influence wise though. Cam had everybody wearing pink. Joel's everybody wanted to look like Joel's. He was a pretty boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Influence, you know what I'm saying, over Jim, I feel like. Not necessarily musically though. Like
And this is
Cam and
why Jim
Joel's
Jones was
always was nicer than Jim because Jim wasn't really a rapper when he started. I think he was a hype man that started rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ear for music was better than Cam and Joel's though. Like he put together better music. His catalog is better than theirs.
his last
You know what I'm
couple
saying?
albums have been great, yo.
Joel's catalog is not long, so you know it is what it is. But Cam's got a good catalog too. But I think Jim's is better. You know what I'm saying?
This is why Jim Jones is a
Earlier Cam's
genius though,
music
because
was
now we're
hotter.
here talking about the shit.
Mm-hmm. 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 You're right. It works.
Styles
It
put
works.
out a record, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it wasn't nothing crazy, but he gave him his little warning shot. Like Style, I love Styles, yo. Over that
And now
old
we're
Wu Tang
talking
heat.
about Push and Jim Jones. I don't know. Hey, Jim Jones shot at him.
He came back, but I don't think it was harder than Pusha shit though.
Let's
Like
play.
it was alright. It was alright. It wasn't bad. I just
Let's
didn't
play.
think it
I
was
think
better.
this it
I
right
didn't
here.
think it was. I didn't think it was better than Push. He took the same beat and went back at him on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm talking about the Kendrick record that leaked.
Oh, the
Kendrick
Clipse from
record
Kendrick. Oh.
that leaked. They're saying Push was dissing.
Wasn't he dissing Travis Scott? I was talking about the first initial when they had their fallout. Remember when Jim
Yeah,
said Push ain't a dope rapper or some dumb shit, and then Push made the track, and then Jim responded on the
he was
same beat.
rapping on that shit though.
No, he was, but I just didn't think it hit harder than Push. Like what Push was saying, like you 40 years old still throwing up gangsta. Like the shit he was saying was just like relevant, like in comparison to what Jim was saying. That's all I'm saying. His diss was better, and the Clipse album gonna be fire. I just want y'all to know that.
Hold on,
Wait,
Pharrell.
wait, 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 wait.
We owe
I just
Pharrell an
want y'all.
apology, yo.
Right. I just want y'all to know that Clipse album is about to be fire. I'm looking forward to that one.
This Clipse album about to
Yes,
be a
that
great shit.
song that dropped,
That shit's gonna be
insane,
fire. That
Yo,
shit's gonna be fire.
we'll
insane.
start the Clipse
Fire.
conversation after this.
I'm waiting for that.
Let's wrap this
That's
Jim
something I'm
Jones
looking
topic
forward
up,
to.
and we'll get into the Clipse album right after.
Word.
But this beat is fucking insane.
Yeah, Pharrell about to go dumb on
I
that
ain't
shit.
even start yet.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than.
This is about Travis Scott. This is 100% about Travis Scott.
Shots. Bruh, that new Clipse album is about to be dumb. So,
Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich.
This the Travis
bruh.
Scott. I don't even want to know what he's about to do to Jim Jones.
I want to know what he's about to do to Jim Jones.
If
Bruh.
that's how he's coming at Travis Scott.
Yeah, Jim Jones not coming like that. Pause.
Bruh.
Pause.
Push is dope. Kev, you know
Of
I'm a
course
Push
he's
fan.
dope.
You know I'm a Push fan, bro.
Hold on. And let me add to that. We might have argument here.
Okay.
If Push is dope, where does that leave No Malice at?
Where's the
'Cause you know what the talk is about him.
right? Where does that leave No Malice at? I
This
mean,
Clipse album about to be album of the year, yo. I'm gonna just
I'm with
throw
you
that
on
out
that.
right now.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
I
And
don't
listen,
think I don't even think it got a competitor. I don't give a fuck about what that Drake album coming out or when it's coming out. I know he announced some shit. I don't give a fuck. Nobody over there. Who you
bro,
gonna have? It's gonna be Drake featuring Toronto Shorty.
that nigga said Toronto shorty, nobody over there.
Well, nobody over there. It's like Wayne.
Yeah, they ain't
You
strong
let,
enough to just hold
yo,
down the album
it
with no.
gotta feel great to be able to tell Kanye he ain't a man and just go run to Pharrell for beats.
Yeah, for real, bro. For real, bro. He finally broke that tie with him. You know.
So they say the Travis Scott beef came over. They was in the studio over there in Paris recording a Clipse album with Pharrell. Travis Scott interrupted a session. He interrupts the session to fucking play his new music.
Word.
Yeah, and then he leaves.
So they just felt like it was disrespectful. you
Well, they
interrupted.
don't fuck with him.
You interrupted our recording session to play your shit.
Well, you're also over here trying to be buddy buddy with my man who's Pharrell. You know how the Clips feel about Pharrell. And meantime, you had a whole verse on your fucking album with Drake dissing Pharrell.
That's true. And you know how pushing them play. If you standing on that side, we ain't fucking.
Yeah, and then Travis is also part of the like. If we're looking at good music, like how we were looking at Rockefeller, like Kanye is Jay,
Right. Right.
and Travis Scott is Kanye now.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
we know you on that side of this good music breakup.
Right. 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 They're gonna be crazy, but
What do you think Travis Scott's gonna respond?
I highly doubt it, sir. And I'm not trying to be funny. If he does, I don't think it's gonna be, some deal
I
breaker
don't think he
shit.
give a fuck about this though.
Yeah, I'm about to say this ain't his lane, so I don't feel like he's gonna
I don't think he
entertain.
cares. I think
He's
Travis
not gonna.
Scott is in superstar land right now.
Yeah, he's not gonna
I don't give a
entertain.
fuck about no Clips. This
Nah, he don't. He ain't gonna entertain it, bro. Will Jim entertain it?
Jim gonna get some bars.
Look, it's not in Travis Scott's best interest to get in it. The type of music that he get into in his fan base, it's not gonna. Jim Jones is doing. Even fucking Travis Scott don't need to do it, but
Yeah,
Jim Jones does.
right. That's true too. That's true too.
The Jim Jones diss is coming.
Travis Scott.
He said the
Travis
Jim
Scott
Jones.
is causing earthquakes in different countries. Jim Jones is only shaking one block.
Well, and wasn't Jim just on some shit with Kanye too?
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
He sure was. It was random too, because they never really like
Yo, I think this is gonna be
cool.
maybe
Like
not
they
this
was
year.
cool, but they wasn't
Maybe not
close.
this year, but I feel like next year we're gonna have a year much like how last year was, where everybody was beefing. Cause none of these rappers fuck with each other. There's still that issue between Kanye and Push. There's still an issue with pretty much everybody in Kanye. I think Hove is on this album,
On who album? The
on the
Clipse?
Clips.
Maybe.
I
That was
know, I know for a fact Nas is on it.
really? You heard that?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Y'all see that motherfucking
I
Nas
didn't know that.
and Slick Rick song that I put in the fucking chat? Oh my
Oh, Slick Rick dropped
god.
the album off
Yeah.
of Nas.
Uh,
I didn't get to hear it yet. I gotta check
He
it out.
dropped the album on the Master P.
Yeah.
that shit
Remember, he got
is
like seven
fire.
seven artists that's coming dropping
Big
the album.
L, Mob Deep. There's a couple, and there's supposed to be a
Ghostface, I think too.
yeah. There's supposed to be a Ghostface, Raekwon. I think there's supposed to be
And
a
then
Nas album too.
Nas is supposed to be. I think he's gonna drop last, probably the
Yeah.
end of the year.
But Nas is on this album,
Yeah, I saw the feature. I
and if
didn't get to
Nas is
hear
on this album, then Hov is on this album.
it. That's great. He said, "If Nas is on this album,
They ain't no shit. Yo, let's be real. They ain't no chance. They ain't no chance in hell that this Clipse album is coming out with the the record sounding like this. Push is Hov's man. Pharrell is Hov's man. And they both hate Kanye. And they both
It
don't
makes
like the other Canadian.
it makes sense. He don't like the other Canadian.
Hov don't like that Canadian either.
No, I know. It makes sense.
And Nicki dissing him, fucking, a lot of people been shooing at Hov, and I think he gonna use this Clipse album to get some shit off.
Off his chest, just a little bit.
Hey,
A nice,
that
nice,
you know what
a
I've been
nice,
saying about Jay-Z
a
verses for
nice
the last
24 verse, a long verse,
Jay-Z verses for
24.
the last 7 years have been the verse of the year every time he chooses to drop a
He
verse.
he gonna drop a 24.
I think he about to drop a bomb. A lot of you about to get dissed and smoked.
Not a lot of you. Like a lot of you guys. You guys.
Who do you think Hove wants to address first?
Yeah, you dumb.
He don't want to address anyone, but if
Yeah, I
he's
do. I
gonna,
think he gonna address a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
if he's gonna,
You ain't about to just keep dissing him, and he not gonna say nothing. I promise you, Hove gonna say some shit to end all of them,
He said all of them.
and I
Well,
can't wait.
who you think
'Cause
is who you
the
think
only
he got?
reason I can't wait is because everybody who's been dissing him has been dropping mid for a long time.
Been dropping mid for a
So
long
it's time
time.
to show y'all, to put y'all back in y'all place and let y'all know, stop fucking playing with him.
So who you think Kanye's on his list first?
No, I don't think. Just out of
Who
the
you,
grace that he got for him, I think he might be the third name.
who the first? Who you think is the number one stunner?
mm,
Mm-mm.
I
what,
think
what? Oh my bad.
I think the Six
Drake.
God is on there,
Drake.
100%. I think Young Money as a whole, actually, all three of them.
Damn.
I think all
All
three of
three.
them all
He's,
have
oh yeah,
his.
Nicki been throwing shots at him too. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said all three.
and Wayne too. You ain't about to just send your little cronies to come shoot at. Nah,
And
I
Wayne
paid
too.
your taxes. Let's not forget.
I can't.
I paid your taxes.
I think you getting smoked. I think Kanye, he getting Kanye the fuck out of here.
Somebody sit this
I
lunatic
tried to give
down.
you grace.
And he gonna do it in a way where it's like fly still.
Lost.
Like you know how Hove have them backhanded compliments.
Yeah, yeah. Like slick,
Intelligence.
slick. Like
Richest
it ain't
black
like
man in history. And
yeah.
also the
Like,
same one that lost all of it very fast.
all right.
Very
And
fast.
Push got some slick lines too. This is gonna be good. I can't wait for this Clipse album. This is the first time I'm excited for a rap album, and
Nah, that's what
since
I
like
said, Cass.
Travis dropped in Utopia.
This is the first time in a minute I've been looking for something. I said, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
This is about to be great.
I might skip the line because I'm always behind, so I might skip the line for that one. I'm gonna have to. hear that when he touched
Nah,
down.
what I've heard so far, I'm excited too.
Yeah.
That's
And just I feel like No Mal is back, bro. And I always felt like him and Push were just equally as dope. You know what I mean? And I know
Equal.
yeah, I think they was. I think they was both on the same tier, bro.
oh god,
Why? What you
the
think?
evil laugh.
You think
That's
No
just,
Mal's? You think No Mal was better?
no, I don't know. I wasn't
Uh,
there.
yeah, I'm about to
Nah, I
say.
don't know.
But I think they was on the same page, bro.
I think they
Like,
competitive too, like that. I feel like they
yeah,
both. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what makes their
You get in a
dynamic
studio with
work.
another rapper, you gonna try to. You know what I'm saying? Even if
Yeah.
yeah.
it's your brother.
But I feel like No Mal got something to prove because he hasn't been in the mix. Push been doing his thing for a second now. You know what I'm saying?
This album's been
Like
done since last
the
year.
Who
Clips
watching
was dope
TV?
together before Push became a solo rapper. Don't get it twisted. Like their first three albums were fire. Like you know what I mean. But then Push been running by itself.
And
So
y'all
I
dropped
think
me
he got
off
a
of.
point to prove.
And hold on, and y'all dropped me off of Def Jam, and now I'm signed to Rock Nation. Over's 1,000% about to shoot at everybody.
You're stupid. Yeah. He said it
And you're
shot.
not about to keep dissing Pharrell. That's my man, and you
Yeah,
think
Drake.
and that's why I think the six guy gonna get the bars first.
I
You're not
can't.
gonna keep
I've
this.
been sick of you.
You disrespecting my one of the OGs, my nigga.
Yeah, I've been
Man.
tired of you and your little fucking games.
Boy,
Cry baby.
You went and wrote the song for my wife for her little club music album, and then you decided to drop one like after like a month later or some shit.
What
but
kind
that's
of
a
funny
whole
shit?
move.
What kind of funny shit
Before.
is that?
That's a whole move anyway. Whole
Yeah,
do the same
Oh
shit.
yeah, Drake got all of that shit from him,
Yeah.
but they don't like each other. Like it's been very clear to me that they don't like each other for a very long time now.
yeah.
Hey, Drake better get Kanye on his meds.
Get close enough to whole smell like a kilo still. Yeah, I love that fucking verse on that shit. What song is
Drake,
that? It's a Drake joint. That shit was fire. He killed Drake
talk
on his
up,
own shit.
talk up.
Yeah, talk up.
Um, Look, I think Drake gotta get Kanye on his meds
I'm crying.
and lock him in a studio somewhere to make beats. Keep him away
To
from the
make
mic.
beats.
Just
Keep
make
him away
beats.
from a live mic.
Vibe. Just
Just put
vibe,
him in
my
front
dog.
of some computer to make his little drums and shit.
His
Okay.
drums.
You gonna tell
His
him
soul samples.
go play with your drums?
Yeah. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up and make some drums.
Get your soul samples together.
I'm crying.
The reason I'm speaking about Drake so much is because he also announced he dropping his album, Iceman.
Boo. Oh.
So
Oh
my
my god.
sources were.
I'm not excited. I'm not excited.
What do you think is coming from this though? There's no way he don't
I
come back on
don't
some
know
rapidy
though.
rap
That's
shit, right?
right, but that's the point, Kev. Where do you go from here?
Well, we've been saying that though.
Where do you
But
go
I
from
feel
here,
like the
bro?
last couple albums we've been saying there ain't no way he don't come back on some rapidy rap shit, and it's been
Rapidy rap.
nothing. Like it's been nothing close to that yet.
I, bro, I just don't know what angle he would or could go from. Go to like
Would or
niggas definitely
could.
don't want to hear singing album. I don't know if he would ever do a straight rapidy rap album. Um,
The closest thing was the scary
it
album
ain't no style
last
for
year.
him to. It ain't no new style out for him to ride with right now. Like I don't.
If I hear one Drake Spice line, I swear to God, I'm throwing that shit out the fucking
A
window.
I
who?
can't.
A who? I didn't hear what you
If
said.
I hear one little sassy bar come out of his mouth from that
He said
fucking
a sassy
with that little
bar.
Ice Spice flow that he been rapping in,
Ice
I
I'm
spice
throwing
can't.
the whole
flow.
album in the trash.
I
He said
can't.
I'm sick of
delete,
that shit.
delete,
Nah,
delete
it's
it.
over for that. It's
I'm gonna
over for
delete
that.
the whole album. Get that shit out
We
of there.
gave you the last
Monique
couple years
on
of
my
that shit.
pair. That fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
He
where
I'm
he's
dropped
over
gonna
a
it
go.
too.
record recently, didn't he?
He can't do no Caribbean shit. Like nobody want to hear that. Like I don't know where he's gonna go with it, bro.
And this is why I know he's cold. He's
I
cold.
know he's
He's
cold.
cold as ice right now because he dropped a record recently.
I didn't know. What was that? That's crazy.
He dropped a record with the kid and that he got signed to him, the Smiley kid.
I didn't hear that.
Let me see his
It was
name.
it was mid.
Nakir.
It was mid.
I haven't heard it. This is a live reaction because I have not heard it. So
Oh, he said I
This is
let
a
me
haven't
see,
heard
live
it.
let me see
reaction.
what
Oh,
the
you about
fuck
to
he.
play it right now? He said this is a
Yeah, let's see
live.
what he's doing. Let's see what the boy doing.
Let's see what he doing. Let's hear it.
And I don't.
Ah!
And the fact that Smiley's on this record.
My bad.
The fact that Smiley's on this record, I already. If you don't remember Smiley, he did the Over the Top record, which was probably one of the best feature verses I've heard from him in a long time. And he gave it to this trash artist that signed to him.
Oh damn.
He looked like a clone of McConan.
Oh my gosh,
Got the club
the
going
one hit
up
wonder.
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. It was a one hit
Got
wonder.
the
And it came
crowd
in.
going
Or
up.
after Drake discovered her.
Nobody flipping packs
And Drake
now.
and Drake was on. Yeah, Drake was on that.
Well, he signed
That
them.
bullshit.
I just
He
did
had
3 in
signed them,
a
and then
row.
And he
they
fell
found
apart
some
after that.
old tweets of him dissing Drake, and Drake dropped him from the label.
I'm
We
screaming.
never heard of him again.
Yeah, I'm
You
about
ain't
to
do
say
your
it was a one
research
hit
before?
wonder.
That's crazy. Where your
Let's see.
team at?
Let's see what we got. I'm sure that this is trash.
I'm pretty sure
Whatever
too.
it is.
If he looked like that
I'll
other
be.
nigga on a Tuesday.
Not on a Tuesday.
Never mind. I'm good.
I'm
Yo,
dead.
I'm
he
good.
ain't even let that
No,
shit
come
go.
on. Come
He
on.
heard the first. What was that? A
Come on.
horn? What the fuck? He heard a
He said
little
a horn.
instrument, and that nigga said, "I'm good."
Nah, he giving me that Toronto accent in the first 4 seconds. I'm good.
I'm
I didn't even hear what the fuck
screaming.
happened.
Do
He took
it.
it off so fast. That shit was like, bing, bing. I heard like a horn or something. I don't even know what
All
I
right,
heard.
I'll play it and I'll leave the room.
Damn.
This nigga said, "I'm gonna leave the room."
Nah, I'm gonna say some words, and they're not
I
gonna be nice.
can't.
Don't say a word, brother.
Oh no.
Yeah. Say a word.
Let's say a word. Ooh, Drake.
Sound like the
Beat sound
'80s.
hard. Beat sound hard. See,
Sound like the '80s.
Hey, I remember pushing DT with a man and whipping 2 Mazdas. Grocery shopping at Royal Plaza. Me and Lil Sandro's broke on the Gaza. First floor.
Yeah, I'm
laptop
good.
across the fucking room.
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
can't. Don't do it.
That like you said, Kev, that 6 flow, that fake
I'm
Jamaican.
over it. I'm over it. Yeah, throw it. What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is happening right now?
Not the OV mad. It's not meeting your standards.
I'm sick of this shit. Where's J. Cole?
Where's J. Cole? It's crazy.
Where's Jermaine?
Yeah, where's J. Cole? Where's Jermaine?
When you need him.
Come on, Jermaine, it's your turn.
Well, yeah, I just
Kendrick
wanted to
did
be
his thing.
known. I just
Kendrick
wanted
did
to
his
be
thing.
known for the record. We're at second 25 of the record, and it's 3 minutes and 11 seconds long, and I'm not playing the rest of the shit.
3 minutes and 11 seconds, though.
I'm not
It's
doing
the
it. I'm
second
not doing it. Not
25
today.
is
This
I'm
crazy.
well
nigga's
rested. I had a great week off.
this
We not.
nigga's dumb.
Nah, I'm not
You're
about
not
to get
doing
my
it.
blood pressure up like that. Fuck that shit.
I
Yeah,
cannot.
that's
That's so
funny.
funny.
Definitely had a good week off.
Yo, he cold as ice. I don't know how he. Oh, he cold as ice.
You're
Iceman is the
dumb, yo.
album title.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
I
double
see.
entendre. It's a
I
shot
see.
against himself.
Oh, it went over my.
It's a shot against himself, Kev.
Yeah.
It went
He
over
talking
my
about
head.
himself. He's
Yeah,
cold as ice.
yeah,
He
he
don't
is.
know what to do. It's a cry for help.
He
If I
can't.
hear another fucking verse with him doing that, and 21 Savage come in the back, or Young Thug,
I
or whoever the fuck
Kev,
coming
can't.
from Atlanta, I
Kev,
swear I'm gonna really have a problem.
Kev. You got to give him some suggestions. He's crying for help.
I'm dead.
Well,
You
he
got to give him
beefing with
some
T Pain
advice.
now, so
What'd you
Not
say?
T Pain. How
What'd you
you
say?
beef with T Pain?
He beefing with T Pain. How do you beef with T Pain?
Ain't he the coolest nigga in the
Yeah, he's
game?
like the coolest nigga in
I
the
ain't never him
world.
beefing with
what
nobody.
is this nigga
Yeah.
talking
How
about?
do you
Like,
beef with
what
T
the fuck?
Pain? I feel like that's like beefing with a fucking, I don't know, a fucking mascot. Like, what the fuck?
I
Yo, he
can't.
like
Not the
he coming.
mascot.
He coming.
We the best.
Didn't he DM like a politician recently? Told him he a bitch or some shit?
Who?
Cause he was at Drake. He
Oh
DM'd
my
a
god.
Canadian politician for attending the concert. The
That's
not like
it's
us.
too much. He's
For
bored.
attending a
He called. Oh,
concert?
he called him a goof.
He's
How
bored.
you mad because he liked the song that's dissing you?
He's bored. I
T
can't.
Pain was in an interview and said he learned to bow out gracefully instead of being pushed out by the
Uh-huh.
people from
Right.
Drake. Because Drake was the one that said that. And
Drake
he's
was
like,
the one
yo,
that said what?
he don't understand how that's actively happening to him now.
But
And
that's what he's
it
doing.
seems like that's what's happening right now. Yeah.
But we talked about that, Kev. He's burning himself out. You
Yeah, and then
drop too
Drake
much.
Drake
You
came
don't
out
give
and
yourself
said
no space. You know what I mean? You
Drake
don't
came
get.
out and said some shit and said, "Yo, every time this guy has ever spoken about me, he's had like some malice towards me, and I don't know why." And he was just laughing it off.
What? He never
Off,
said nothing before about you.
well, maybe behind closed doors, I don't know. But
Uh,
Offset came in and into his defense, to his aid. I don't know.
who?
It's weird.
Drake's aid?
Yes,
Oh, he need a hit.
uh, I think he got one. I think he got one though.
I don't know where. I ain't hear it.
Offset dropped the record the same day that Cardi B dropped the record.
They battling.
The Offset record has been playing a lot more. I'll tell you that much.
So what Offset have to say to Drake's defense?
I don't know. Some shit. Oh, that's the six god or some stupid shit. I don't know what the fuck he said. I don't care.
Some Dick Rider
Yeah, I
shit.
don't give
That's
a
what it
fuck.
was. Why your
But
ex parade around here with a
oh yeah,
football helmet?
Cardi's album has been announced.
Hey Kev, can I ask you a question?
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you really think it's gonna come out?
Yeah, because the label wants it out.
I can't.
I don't think it's her
She
decision.
got some traction right now too.
It's not her decision for this album to drop.
Okay, next question. Do you think it's gonna do something? Do you think it's gonna do numbers? Do you think it's gonna be
No, because there's 23 records on here.
that's long?
You put out
That's long.
record. You put out the track list. There's no songs named yet. There's only three. Two of them are at the very end of the album, and that's Up and WAP, which tells me you're doing that just to boost the numbers up, because those records came out however many years ago now.
Right.
And then you release your record, which is I'm guessing supposed to be a single, and Offset drops a single the same day, and Offset's record is playing while hers is not so much.
Haven't gaining a lot of traction.
And she put out a statement that she was mad about the record going out because she didn't want it to go out anyway. So I'm sensing that the label is sick of her. They invested way too much money in her.
Sitting on the label and not
It's
dropping it. It's like
Atlantic,
dead. It's dead
which
weight right now.
yeah, it's Atlantic who just had a new regime come in with Elliot with Lucian Grange's son.
Yeah.
Elliot Grange came to take over, and they got this Cardi album and they shit going out with or without her approval.
Wow.
They trying to get the return back. It's been
Yeah.
fucking what? When was her
8
album?
years.
2017?
Eight.
8 years
Like
ago.
eight. Yeah, like
Yeah,
eight
this
years.
shit. It's time. We putting this shit out. That's it. I don't care what she says. They putting this shit out. It's due in
Mm.
September, I think, is the due date. And they already got a name for it. They got the cover for it. It's already up on Apple for fucking
So it's a
pre-order. So
it's a pushed album, so it's not gonna
yeah, they
be.
pushing the shit out.
And it's 23 tracks, bro. I don't think nobody wants to hear 23 tracks of Cardi B. And
Okay, who wants to hear?
if so, you need to reevaluate
I'll
your
leave it up
life.
to y'all. Who
I
do
don't know
who do you want to hear
what
first? What record? What
you
record do
want
you
to
want
hear
to hear
23
first?
tracks of Cardi B. You need to question yourself. What happened?
23,
I'll leave it up to
23
a vote.
Cardi B track sounds crazy. That's a lot of
Wow.
ass shaking,
That
whole shit
shit,
going
wow.
on.
I'm crying.
That shit playing in a pool party. That shit, bitches shaking ass for like a whole hour
Yo, her
straight.
I
last
mean,
album.
that's
That's a
when you
good
want to
point,
play it.
though. That's a good point because her last
He could
album was
play in the strip
13
club.
songs.
What'd
I
you
was gonna
say?
say
Mm.
that's when you want to
I'm
play it.
looking at it right now. Her last album only had 13 songs.
So if she put 10 more tracks, that's wild.
All right, so let's
Is
double
that for
the
the
ass
weight? Is that for
shaking.
the weight?
That ain't her, yo. She
Let's
ain't do it.
double the ass shaking. Nah, it's not her.
Double the ass shake.
I
They
can't.
said, "Yo, bitch, add another 10 more tracks so you increase your
Right,
chances of
cause
bitches shaking
you've
their
been
ass in their
stalling.
club."
You've been
Look,
stalling, bitch.
that's for the
Yeah,
weight.
every time we had
That's
a
for making
rollout
the
planned
fans
out for
wait.
you, you went and got pregnant again and
And
pushed the
low key,
album another
that
year.
song that they just put out, the outside, she leaked some shit about that last summer. So the
Mm.
fact that it's just now dropping is crazy to me. Like I was like,
Well,
oh, this is
and
the
that's what
new
I'm saying.
song.
I think this shit coming out with or without her approval, and they putting out the records that they already got, and we don't
Yeah,
care where you at with it. This
yeah.
shit going out.
They was like, bitch, you really about to be outside on tour? The fuck? Stop playing with us. Get your
Yeah.
ass in that studio.
So,
Yeah, and finish
whose
this
record do we
motherfucking
want to hear
album.
first?
Who what?
I
Say that
low
again?
key, I think I heard the Offset one. Just do it in order.
I ain't hear neither one, so it don't
They
matter.
both came out the same day.
Oh, they being super petty, but I love
Yeah, I'm
it.
about to say now y'all battling.
I love it.
You drop it, I'ma
Only
drop.
no, because there was a whole discussion. Y'all don't really fucking follow Cardi like that, but there's been a whole discussion with this breakup that Offset needed Cardi B to be who he is in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most of his shit that came out was either with the Migos or with Cardi that
You
really
want to have it?
popped.
You want to have the discussion?
We can.
I could
He
discuss
said
it.
you
I
want
could
to have
discuss
it.
it.
We
You want to
can. I'm
have
just
this
saying.
discussion.
Cause
There
I
was
don't
some
think
fact to that shit.
I don't
Hold
think
up.
I think
God damn.
Offset. Yeah,
Sorry,
what
I'm
Hold
you
getting
got
up.
ice.
going
You pouring
I'm
a
on?
about to say who
drink?
I
got
was
What the fuck
getting
ice.
is
some
wrong?
ice. Damn.
Who got
You
ice?
trying to put more ice in that tray? Goddamn.
But
Okay, let's
But
have
nah,
it.
I
Let's have it.
think Offset already had his name and people. He was already popular before any of these motherfuckers. If
as a
anything,
part of the Migos.
the as part of the
As a
Migos.
part of the Migos.
If anything, the Migos is really that put them on the map.
Of
And
course,
then
for sure.
and if anything, the Cardi B situation. I'm not saying that she didn't enhance that that fame or you know what I'm saying, but it was definitely a plus.
Hmm.
I was just
But
saying him as a solo artist is the argument, not him as a
Yeah.
Migos, because we know that Migos was on before Cardi. And low key, I feel like she learned a lot from Offset during their
yeah,
relationship because like even her little ad libs and shit like that, Cardi wasn't doing that shit when she first came out. So
yeah, you
she
got Ice
stole that shit
Spice.
from Offset. So a lot of her style was because of Offset, but if Offset is by himself without the Migos, he don't get as much traction as he was getting with the Migos, or
Explain
if
the
Cardi
Tiger
is
record.
featured on the shit.
Explain the Tiger.
Say again.
Explain the
You cut
Tiger
off.
record.
Explain the Tiger record. The Tiger record was hard,
The
but
Tiger record was
that's
fire.
one
That
one
beat was
album
stupid.
that he's done or like featured on alone
I'm about to
without
say
the
that was Tiger's
Migos
song.
that
Yeah,
really popped. So
that was
that's what I'm
Tiger.
saying. Think of a
But
song
yeah,
that Offset has
he
done
had that
by
album.
himself
He had that
since he
album with
hasn't been
Metro.
with the Migos that popped.
He had that album with Metro too, the Ric Flair drip shit.
Again, you're with somebody else. They're not doing the shit by yourself. This is what I'm saying. That's the whole argument. I'm not saying like she's a better artist or a better lyricist than Offset.
No.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying niggas are putting pressure on Offset because they're saying now that you're not with Cardi, now that you're not with the Migos, this nigga
Who
really not
cares
gonna
about
have no
that though?
career.
Front. They,
So
they said
now
that
this
about
nigga feel
Front.
like he gotta push extra to prove to niggas that he still is that nigga by himself. That's all I'm saying.
But who cares about that? French. They said that about French his whole career, and French got more hits than everybody that they name against him.
I fuck with French, but
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if you're going to say like an artist, he's definitely more of a feature type of artist. The shit that he had that was hot had other niggas on there that were hot as well.
Yeah. French is
He
not
rides the wave.
a lyricist or a rapper.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that
He
all
know
the
how
way.
to put it together though.
I think. I
He know how to
think.
make music.
I
He the
think
hook egg.
He know how to make music, bro. Yeah. His catalog.
French.
He got a good catalog too. Another one.
Yeah, but French.
His
You
shit is
could have
catchy.
all the feature artists you want, but if you don't know how to make a record, it's not gonna go.
No, he learned that from Max for sure.
And
Like
that's what I'm saying. I think
the
French.
hooks and all that shit. He
I
learned that
think
from
though
Max.
all of those hits aren't a hit without French.
I agree. He
I
put
agree with
his little
that.
spice
He
on it.
puts his space there
But
for
I'm
sure.
just
But he
saying,
has the ear to put shit together,
I guess I
like
come
a
from an
rapper,
era,
a
and
lyricist.
Derek, maybe you can argue this with me. We
Mm.
came from an era where niggas was by theyself. If I'm with a crew, then I'm with the crew. Like Jadakiss, for example. Jadakiss is nice as fuck. We're not gonna argue that shit. That's with or without the fucking locks. That you
don't
can't
know. Was
argue that.
niggas really not in the
Okay,
crew? I
who
feel
had,
like a lot of niggas was in crews in y'all time for sure.
That's what I'm saying. But
Dipset,
a lot of niggas
diplomats,
went by themselves
Rough
and they still
Riders.
popped the same way they did when they was with niggas. And they could jump back in with niggas
Yeah,
and
but
still do their shit on the side.
if
There's
you
a lot of
flip
niggas now that don't do that.
if
I
you flip
disagree with that,
no, but
McKay.
hold on. If you flip that script though, the most common way
Yeah,
is what
right.
you just said.
Right.
That last statement is, "Oh, niggas don't do that no more," right? Where they come in by
I'll be back
themselves,
with
and you know what I'm saying, they're not in a group. But what if it really actually was the fact that they started in a group that that popularity kept going? Because obviously, if you started off in a band or a group and you go solo, like, okay, everybody's intrigued to know how he's gonna do by himself. But
Right?
if you got niggas that's just coming in the game by themselves, there's no band, there's no, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really dig,
I
you,
agree
you
with
gotta come
that.
out from the mud.
I agree with that, but that's why I'm saying this is what niggas are arguing is the solo career versus when you was with other
But I
people. Are you
disagree. I
able to still
disagree.
create that popularity and that traction by yourself as you did with the group?
I
Right, right.
disagree with that though,
Yeah.
because I think y'all era had a shit ton of examples where that happened.
Exactly, exactly. That's where I was getting at is
What you
that
mean?
because you made a statement saying that not niggas back then wasn't really in
Mob
groups.
Deep, Mob
I
Deep,
think y'all niggas was full of
Prodigy,
groups. NWA, Mobb Deep,
Go ahead.
fucking
Prodigy and Havoc. They didn't have
Tribe
successful
Called
solo
Quest.
careers.
They didn't have what? I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
They didn't
Right.
have successful solo careers. Lloyd Banks didn't have a successful
No,
solo career. Yayo
Because
didn't
he
have
no.
couldn't
a
he
successful
couldn't
solo
pop
career.
without the group. That's what I'm saying. There
They
were
didn't have
some
hits.
people
I
who
wouldn't
could
say they
do it.
didn't have dope music. They didn't have hits.
I
They
think
They
did.
though
could
They
I think
supplied
there's
great
very
music.
few examples of groups
Right.
that like Three Stacks didn't have a solo career after that. Even though I think most of us believe he could have, but I don't think Three Stacks and Big Boy had a successful solo career after that. I think the only ones that really had a successful solo career coming off a group from Ya era was 50, because 50 was already hot as fish grease before
Wu
G Unit.
right,
Hottest
And
fish
Wu Tang,
grease.
Method Man, Raekwon
right.
and
Wu
Ghost,
Tang.
or Method Man,
but yeah,
Raekwon
but
and
for
Ghost.
every Method Man and Ray and Ghost, you have all the Inspector Decks of the crew and the fucking you gods of the crew who didn't have a
Hmm.
career
Yeah,
after
yeah,
these
Right,
for
groups.
sure.
right.
But that was a fucking 8 man group. All you think all 8 niggas was gonna
Well,
be
that's
Right.
true. That's true. That's
by
true.
themselves? Hell the fuck
That's like
no.
Destiny's Child. Shit, Beyonce was already the star, but once she went off by herself, Kelly didn't have a successful group. I'm not saying everybody does it, but that's the argument, is what I'm saying.
Uh huh.
Niggas are saying, can Offset really survive without nobody?
Right,
Because even when he wasn't with the Migos, he rode Cardi's wave, or they rode each other's wave, however the fuck you want to put that
But
shit.
does it matter?
right,
It does matter. And the point of him trying to prove himself, I gotta go harder because niggas are already doubting me, and this, you know what I'm saying, I done broke up with my
right.
wife. He feel the need to press the issue now, is what I'm
I
saying. So
don't
we're
think it
gonna
matters.
get great music out of Offset right now.
I don't think it matters when you compare him to Quavo.
Quavo's trash. The only one you could fucking compare him to is motherfucking
Take off.
Takeoff. But Takeoff, the only thing is, I really feel like his career wouldn't have survived because of the mumble rap shit. It's really hard to understand that nigga. Low
Okay,
key, he's
but
harder than all of them niggas if you really listen to the nigga.
regardless of that, if we look at all three members of the Migos, and I don't want to compare them because Takeoff passed, of
Right.
course, but if I'm looking at, just to make this point,
Shit, dead or alive, we
if
still talk about that nigga. What the fuck? What you
yeah, but
mean?
if I'm looking at Takeoff and I'm looking at Quavo, Offset was the most successful of the group outside of the group.
Alone,
Regardless of whether he had Cardi and Tyga and Metro Boomin or whatever, wherever he had to
he
go get hot,
featured
he
a
got
lot
hot.
on a lot of shit.
But he went and got hot regardless without them. Like he always find a way.
What was the album that you're saying this? Because I hope you're not talking about the one that Cardi was featured on with the.
Well, I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about he had records where yeah, there was other people on the record. Like the Ric Flair drip record was
Hard as
Offset.
fuck. I'm not denying it. I'm a Migos fan. I fuck with Offset. He's a
That was Offset
Sagittarius.
by himself.
I'm not saying that he can't do it. I just feel like that was the argument of the internet, and I feel like
It's
that
can he do
pressure
it?
is pushing him to show that he can do it because we haven't seen it technically.
All right.
I don't think he that pressure. I think he more pressure to prove that Cardi needed him more than he needed Cardi.
We could argue that too. Like I said, the pressure's on him now to
I
prove.
disagree. I think Cardi benefited more from Offset than Offset did from Cardi.
Agree.
Even though I think they mutually benefited from each other,
I
I
was
think
gonna
Cardi
say
benefited more.
I
She
agree.
she
got
was
her.
she
She
was
got
really
off her
coming out.
deal. She
Yeah.
got off her deal and got the Migos manager to manage her from Atlantic through them. She also came off of that successful album, and due to the relationship and due to having the records with the Migos and who were hot as fish grease at the time,
Right.
and the relationship with Offset, I think she benefited a shit ton from that at the perfect time.
Right.
And now we're seeing them both stand alone away from each other. And
Exactly.
I don't know. The same thing could be said about Cardi. Cardi, after that remix of the Bodak Yellow record,
Yeah.
which was a Kodak remix,
Right.
she's had hits with Offset. She's had hits with Meg Thee Stallion,
Yes.
and then all these other records were written by, for the most part, have been written by what's his name, homeboy that was Dame Meg,
Partisan.
Partisan Fontaine.
Yeah. Partisan and Kodak
So,
wrote for her.
so,
Cardi don't write
so the
half
way
of her
that the
shit.
same way we saying Offset was dependent on other people, so was Cardi.
I mean, that's true. She was still an up and coming artist. Again, the Migos was already established before Cardi came out, and one of Cardi's first real hits, Offset featured on that shit. Low-key was hard.
Offset was on her mixtapes before she got.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I feel like she learned a lot of her lyrical writing style from Offset. So I would agree that she benefited off of the shit. But I guess because
So
she's a
did he.
woman, the
Because he
internet is
got.
favoring her more in this whole situation. Plus, Offset publicly, you know
That's
what I'm
always gonna be the
saying,
case.
humiliated this bitch a bunch of times, fucking with all these fucking IG models and shit like that. So niggas are rooting for Cardi in this situation. But I just
Well,
wanted to know,
2 points in that.
yeah.
One, I think Cardi's a superstar without music.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
It's just her
entertaining.
personality. It's
Yeah.
her personality and her
She's
she
very
could
she's
she
very
she
entertaining.
she could
Right.
have a
So
whole
even
twitch. She could have a whole twitch and she would probably pop off.
She's
if
very
Cardi
entertaining.
had her own podcast right now,
She'd
she'd
be
be on
funny as
fire.
fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. She'll be lit.
Like
she's
Cardi's a
entertaining.
star.
She's
Cardi's a
Dominican and
star.
she's from New York.
She's just a natural, yeah. She's a
Right.
natural born star.
Right.
But two, I lost the thought.
Damn. All right.
Where were we? Where were we? We're talking about Cardi.
Yeah. Spit it out.
I can't.
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to
Go
find
back
it.
to
I
the
forgot.
room where
Forgot
you
what it
was
was.
at. Where you just had the thought. It works.
It don't
Sitting in
matter.
my thinking chair and think,
I can't.
think.
It don't matter.
Yeah, y'all know about that. That was Blues Clues back in the day, my days.
I was gonna say that was that other nigga Joe. That wasn't Steve. Fuck out of here.
No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
no,
I ain't never
no.
fuck with Joe.
Wait, Joe was the second one, right?
Yeah. I ain't
Yeah,
never fuck
yeah.
with Joe.
Steve.
I
Facts.
remember that episode when he left.
I was hurt. They was talking
Yeah,
about that nigga
same.
fucking overdosed and shit like that.
Right.
Crazy internet conspiracies, yo. When they brought his ass back, I said, "What the
Nah, I
fuck
did.
going
I
on?" I
think
had to
he
go
did
back on
have
the
some
internet.
kind of drug issue though.
Yeah, he did have a drug issue.
But they said that nigga overdosed. That's why they did the switch like that, and that wasn't the truth.
Well, how the fuck is he gonna record the episode if he overdosed?
I, nigga, shut the fuck up. Overdosed like he died, nigga. Of course he can't do it again.
Well, how
I'm
is he
just
gonna
saying.
die and do the
But
episode where he
he
switches
lived.
roles?
I
Joe
like
is
when I like when people be like, yeah, yeah,
Y'all are
facts.
stupid.
I like when people be like, yeah, man, I drowned one time. I'm like, nigga, you ain't
like,
drowned. You would have
right, you're
died.
still alive. Shut your stupid ass up.
That's just stupid ass. Know the difference, you dumb motherfucker. Say nah.
You had an
Yeah, I
episode.
Oh, wait,
drowned.
now I
Oh, so
remember.
you a
Now I
ghost
remember.
right now?
I'm
Now,
crying.
now I remember what my point
Okay.
was. It was with
Well, you're welcome.
Michaela saying that Offset publicly humiliated her multiple times. I think she did that.
Explain, cause I'm about to slap you,
And this
and
is
I
this is
gotta, I
male
gotta go.
brain. This is
Yeah, I was
male
gonna
brain.
say, boy
And
math, but go ahead.
there, I would love Derek to unmute his mic at this point.
I'm fucking
But
crying.
if
I'm here.
Offset, if
I'm here.
Offset's cheating on Cardi
Hmm.
with all these IG models,
Regular bitches.
I don't think we fucking really know until she goes and blows it up. Which is something girls love to do for some reason. Girls be
Well,
getting cheated on and blow it up and then say
so
that
you
the
saying
dude
it's her fault that the public knows about this man sticking his dick in other bitches? Is what you're
Cause
saying?
she, cause she
I
told the internet.
I think she went and sold her business on him cheating and she made it a topic. I don't think we gave a fuck if Offset cheated or that we even knew that he cheated if it wasn't for her fucking going to
So it's
talk
not
about
a
it.
it's not a possibility that these clout chasing ass IG bitches that are fucking this nigga are the ones that is exposing this shit, because Cardi's a superstar and I don't
Who's
see
gonna believe him?
why.
He said, "Who gonna believe him? You dumb cat." He
I
said,
Okay.
"Who
could
gonna
say
believe
I could say I fucked
Rihanna?"
Rihanna. I could say I fucked Rihanna yesterday. I don't make it true. Ain't nobody gonna believe me.
Yes.
Unless ASAP Rocky go on fucking Instagram and say, yo, Rihanna was fucking this dude the other day, and that's what she did.
Yeah, that's petty.
Yeah, niggas is stupid.
Just go to
I'm
therapy.
not arguing this boy math because that's crazy as fuck that one women are emotional creatures. Y'all get cheated on and y'all niggas be ready to fucking but we supposed to be quiet about it. Like I don't get what you're
I'm not
saying.
saying you're supposed to be quiet about it. I'm saying
Yeah,
he not the
I
one
just
that
said
blew
go
it
to
up.
therapy. You can talk
Like
about it, but
he
I'm
not the one
he
that publicly humiliated her. He
yeah, because
cheated
these are
on her. He
famous
hurt her, but
people.
she did that. She humiliated herself.
And we already
You
know who Cardi
you
is.
saying
Cardi
going
put
to the public
everything.
ain't gonna help it?
Cardi put
Yeah,
everything
nah, go to
on the fucking
therapy.
internet. Them niggas is arguing all the time
But
on the
it ain't just
internet.
about Cardi. I think
Wait,
that's
wait,
a
wait,
girl thing.
wait.
Girls love doing that shit.
And you forget when Offset went and interrupted her concert to ask for her back after she asked for the fucking first
That
divorce.
was crazy. It worked though.
Yeah, he did that one.
But he did
Boy,
what?
Matt,
It worked. Though. It
When
worked.
when she was performing live and he showed up at her concert and went on
saying he
stage
was
with the
sorry and
flowers,
shit.
apologizing, and all that shit.
Oh no, that's too much. That's what I'm saying. They're both
That was
wrong because they're not
wild.
handling it well.
That was wild, but it worked.
It worked.
It did. Which is another part where I think women don't take accountability for their role in the humiliation process of the whole thing. You can't say he humiliated you when you took him back multiple times.
You're humiliating yourself. You got no self-respect.
That's crazy. That's the male
That's not to take the. That's not
perspective.
to take. That's not to say that he was wrong. Wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I'm not
And
saying he's 100% wrong. I'm not saying he's right.
I'm saying the
But
way
I'm being a
she
The
devil's
way she
handled it.
advocate.
dealt it,
I'm
the way
being
she
a
dealt with it is what you're trying
But
to say.
they're hood celebrities, so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like one, their relationship was already very publicized from the
Public.
beginning. Two, the fact that there are people who can make a career off of fucking somebody who's famous or a scandal with somebody famous drives a certain image anyway. So the fact that they're celebrities, we talked about this, that you got to move a little different than a regular person. I can't just be
exactly,
out here fucking with anybody. So the fact
exactly.
that you fucking with people who are already clout chasing motherfuckers,
So
they're IG models, they're looking for an opportunity, and you're
yes,
fucking with somebody whose celebrity status, a bitch that got her own bread, it's disrespectful that you out here fucking with these bitches. Number one,
But they.
that these bitches feel like they have entitlement and can go on the internet and spout my business.
uh,
Maybe this is something I don't even want public, but now I gotta address it because
You
somebody else
don't
put
have
it
to
out there.
address
you
it
don't
though,
have to
because
address it.
if you don't address it, you don't validate it. That's the
Cardi was
problem.
addressing motherfuckers calling her baby ugly and all types of shit. She been like that. She's been like one. She started off as a fucking IG model. We want to be serious about the shit. That's where she got her start from. She went from there to loving hip hop to rapping and
Hold
fucking
on.
with
Strip
I
Offset.
club,
don't want to
strip
get lost.
club.
I don't want to get lost in this because yes, we understand Cardi's emotional and she does this. We understand that part. What I'm
When did
saying
that ever
is
validate anything though?
that's not validating the
Yeah,
whole argument. The whole argument is the way
let me
she went
say,
about shit is what caused everybody to know who he cheated on her with and all the times that he cheated on her. She
Yeah,
blew it up.
yo, go in the military and like go through some shit and try to blow it up. You're gonna get fucking kicked out. You gotta fucking control your fucking emotions.
exactly. You can't control the
You kicking
reaction
a
to
dead.
your.
You kicking a dead
But
horse.
we're not saying that that you can control it or not. We're just saying all these bitches could have been saying, "Yo, I fucked all said this and that, whatever," and it would have just been noise. Nobody hears a fucking tree fall in the
She
forest.
had a whole fucking court case over getting some bitches beat up that was fucking flirting with Offset in the strip club. You remember that whole fucking? This has been
Again,
their
if you
whole.
don't fight that girl and you don't beat her up, it don't become news. We don't know nothing about that girl if you don't go and do that.
So she got to control herself. You can't control the reaction to somebody's disrespect. Period. I
Nah,
don't
You
nah,
care.
nah. I
can't, but
don't. Nah, 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 nah. I'm sorry. I gotta cut you off with that. That's not right. That is not right. That is not right. Because that means you got other
Uh,
people. That
uh,
means you got other people puppeting your emotions.
uh.
At the end of the day, especially in this day and age, yo, you react, you will get in trouble.
right. You react however you
You
want to
will get in
react.
trouble.
You could
It don't
react
matter.
however
And you
you
could
want
be
to react.
100% right. You know how many times there's been bitches that have loose ass mouths and actually tried me and I can't react.
Fam, like it's like if somebody cut you off
I
on the
just
road
went
and
through this
start talking
yesterday.
to you all crazy and shit. Are they wrong? Yeah. Do you have a reason
Now
to
he's
go fucking
emotional.
beat
Now
their
he's
ass or some
sassy. Now
shit?
he's
Yeah.
feisty. Not to cut you off.
You could get out the car and go beat them on, beat their ass, but now you getting locked up.
And I
There's
told the shorty, yo, I
consequences to
told the
how you
shorty the
react
other
to
day, I was
shit.
like, yo, you like to, you seem argumentative. I don't argue with bitches. I'm not arguing with a woman, yo. It never goes right for a man. And even if it does, if you right, 100% right, oh, it's giving feminine energy. Oh, you talk bad. Da-da-da, da-da.
I
This
don't
shit
know
like
how
that. That
I
should
don't
be
know how
held on
we
our.
got on this subject. Like I hear everything y'all saying, and from a man's perspective, I do think it's fucked up and that women do take advantage of the sex role. Like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm a girl,
But
I'm
we getting off on a
automatically
tangent
believe.
with that.
That's why I said that's
Yeah,
not where I was going with this shit.
Nah, but you
I
said
don't.
something that triggered it. And
I was
I
gonna
don't want
say
that to be
that
a thing.
I didn't want to disagree with what you're saying because I agree, but that doesn't go along with the topic of what we're
It does.
talking
It
about.
does to an
But
Right,
you
extent.
got to
right.
It does to
reiterate
the
because
piece of the reaction piece
you
of it
can
does.
blame somebody for having a reaction even after a reaction for an action. Yes, you can because you're not even the fucking supposed to act or react anymore. You go to jail.
The reaction's gonna come with its consequence.
And I
Exactly.
agree. I'm saying I feel like their whole career has been built off of knowing their
Toxicities.
personal
The
no
tit for tat.
knowing their personal ins and outs of their relationship and their marriage and all that other shit. At the end of the day, they were
Pulling
very
strings.
young.
Right, right.
They came into the industry pretty much damn near at the same time, so getting money together, like, it's a new level for everything, and I'm sure they're not processing all of that shit while raising children and all the other shit. What I'm saying is I think it's dismissive to be like she can't react to something that's happening. I saw a meme one time and I thought this shit was funny, but you'll never understand it till you go through it. It's like having a fucking baby. But have you ever had your heart broken and you still gotta go to work?
Wait,
Absolutely.
Found
wait,
out that
wait,
that
wait.
motherfucker
Right.
cheating on you and you gotta go to
Hold
work?
on,
I
Yeah,
got
absolutely.
responsibilities, but you know what
hold
I'm
You
on,
saying? At
hold
going
the
on,
end
late
of the
that you going
day,
late that morning.
that shit horrible.
hold on.
But
Go
niggas
back,
gotta
go
push
back.
through that shit.
But go back. We're
Yeah.
not saying she shouldn't that she shouldn't react. We're saying however she chooses to react is gonna have its consequences.
I
So
agree.
if Cardi chooses to air these bitches out and add their names, now it becomes news. Now we know who he cheated on you with, when he cheated. We
It's an
know it's
ignorant
valid. It's
mentality.
different
She's
from
still on her hood
right.
mentality of, I'll pull up and fight these bitches. Again,
Yeah.
like the fucking strip club shit. Cardi was
It
about
could
to
be
face,
justified. It could
she
be
was
justified. Her
facing
reaction
jail
could be
time over that
justified.
shit. She ain't done no other shit like that since then. And I noticed
She
throughout
lost
this
money and all that.
relationship, I
It
was
could be
gonna say
justified. Try to
throughout
justify
this
it in
relation,
court when you fucking catch a case, bro. You're still gonna fucking
right?
get marked. I'm telling you,
Okay,
bro.
now you don't say nothing. You
Nigga.
you you don't say nothing. You get divorced. Let's just run a hypothetical here. You don't say a word. You get divorced. You put the Beyonce Lemonade album out, right?
I was
He
about to
cheated
bring up
on me and all
Beyonce. I
this.
love it. Go ahead.
Your album sales go through the fucking roof. We now know that he's a piece of shit. All your fans are gonna attack him. That girl that was talking shit on the internet, she went quiet because it was never validated. We don't know who she is. We don't even know if it's true. It's just a rumor now. You don't beat the bitch up in the strip club. You don't have to go to court. It don't become all this shit outside of you doing all this shit. The way you reacted got you all this shit. Yes, he did. He gave you a reason to react, but the way you reacted is what really humiliated you.
I can agree with it on that
Absolutely.
attempt, but
That's
at the
Yeah.
same
think
time,
about the Bible
everybody
in
has to
God's
take
way.
accountability. I don't like just automatically pointing like, oh, she shouldn't have did. Nah,
Yeah.
if niggas didn't do what they did, it wouldn't have been a reaction. And
But
And
again,
why?
yeah, but
That's the
nobody's saying it's
problem.
not.
Everybody is themselves. Like you
but
feel me?
also we
Everybody is
forget that these
He
motherfuckers are
started it.
young.
He started it for sure.
These niggas are
He
young
helped
as
Yeah,
fuck. Like
that's
Cardi's
not
not
that
even 30
we're
years
beating a
old
dead
yet.
horse.
So
We're beating a dead horse.
she's still I think she was under the age of 25 when she married this nigga. So you know what I'm saying? The
him.
mindset,
She's
I've
still
actually
young.
watched her get
She's
better
still young.
because even throughout this whole divorce shit, she might be doing her little petty sneak dish shit,
Cardi's
but
32, by the
she's
way.
okay.
Yo, can I tell
She
y'all something?
she not on the same shit she used to be on.
Can I tell y'all a story?
Oh God.
Oh,
I'll
Sure,
tell
okay.
y'all
Is it
sir.
gonna
something.
traumatize
I'm gonna
us?
tell y'all something.
Cue
I'm
up
gonna
the
tell y'all something.
music.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look,
Cue up the
I know
music.
somebody. I
Oh
know
God.
somebody that has a boyfriend, well, not really together anymore, but they talk a lot, right? It's one of those. The reason why is that the way she talks about him to about about him to me, and we're just friends, is oh he need to grow up. Mind you, he's older than me. Oh, he need to grow up. I'm still living with his mom. He a bum, like whatever. Mind you, the guy doesn't have a car, but he's using mom's car. He tries, right? He tries to get a job. He works. Now he got a good job. Still staying with moms. Now this shorty, I remember once upon a time would make fun of motherfuckers being bums, not having a job, whatever. Cool. I ain't really like it, but it is what it is. Everybody's their own way. Now she lost a job, barely scraping through, paying hella rent money, having to stay with a roommate. It's getting to a point where it's like she already used most of her savings. Now, she said one thing to me, and she says, yo, like, cause I was like, yo, so how about I was like, yo, how about your man's over here? You still talk to him? That's still cool. Can you help you out? Can you stay with him? Da da da. Nah, nah, you got a job, man. He's still a bum. I can't stand him like him. Da da da. Like I don't want this. Like basically, she was talking to me about her living situation, the rent, but she was blaming another man for it. So I was like, yo, honestly, I don't think you're in the right headspace to even talk about anybody else but yourself. Just not even talking, but just focus on yourself right now. I don't think you should block everybody else and just really think about what you have, what you own, what decisions you've made that are make you here, and what accountability have you taken in your own life and these decisions that you made, other than try to blame it on somebody.
Right.
So
Right. And that's
you know
no
what I'm saying?
accountability at all. It's always somebody else's fault. Oh, it ain't never your fault. I look in
So
the mirror sometimes.
yeah, so
What am
it's
I
like
doing wrong?
it's like
Where am I
to
fucking up
be
at?
mad at somebody that's not giving you money. Like he didn't put himself in the prediction. He's smart. He's with his parents right
Right.
now. I mean,
He's saving.
he's trying to save some money. You
Right.
over here trying to be like Miss Independent and all that. So okay, I mean, it's cool to try to be independent, but if you're blocking other blessings and you're shitting on people, and then when it comes
Right.
down to it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I've witnessed this from you. And as much as I want to help, and I probably have helped you before, it's like if you keep coming back, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, I still need help. It's like,
I ain't got it.
maybe I do, but and then you get mad,
I
and
can't keep supporting you though, motherfucker.
exactly, and you
I
get
got kids, motherfucker. You a grown. What the fuck
And
am I
then
looking at?
your little narcissistic ways start coming. Oh, you never take care. Oh, you don't
Oh
care.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you never. Oh, you forget real fast, bitch.
and I'm the type where I'm like,
Smacked
yo,
in your
like
fucking
I'm
face.
like, yo, you got it. Like I'm gonna give you some space. Like I never say anything. The first I said some shit for the first time because I got tired of it, and I
Yeah.
was like, yo, like you see Trump is in fucking office. My family are we first timers here. A lot of us are first timers here. So you don't think if shit goes to shit, I don't gotta have some money saved, me being myself, serving for my
Yeah.
country and seeing my own people getting deported back from what what I'm saying? Like, and then she shut up quick, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Think
and
about
I
the
hate,
other
and I don't like
perspective.
doing that because I could be talking about my problems to you, but yo, like I've realized a lot of people like to vent to me, and I'm a good listener. I don't really say nothing back. I just give them like little feedback from my own experience or whatever, or somebody else's wisdom. But it's like, yo, like you ain't really think about that, did you? Like, oh, like you know what I'm saying? You can't,
People
you
are
know what I'm saying?
selfish as fuck.
You put yourself in those predicaments. Here I am on a swivel. I'm on a swivel so I could take care of me and mine.
Right.
Now you taking away from me and mines. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really my girl. I feel like I'm overdone this relationship, this friendship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I let people be great, but it's like, yo, when I sense that, I let that shit be known because that's not cool.
Yeah.
A lot of
No,
people are
I
like that in
agree.
the new generation. So I hope like people listening to this shit and understand some have some fucking like grace, yo. Be
Not
thankful
even
for
that. It's
life
perspective. It
and
because
perspective. Look, put yourself in other
because
people's
people are
shoes.
selfish as fuck and they only think about their own
People are
perspective. You're
self-centered.
not talking to anybody else to find out what's going on.
You know,
I
shit
love
like
when
that.
Ozzy tells a story because he
I
become
can't.
Ozzy the X out of nowhere.
Yo, you
Okay.
dumb,
Yo,
yo. This
you said
guy
what?
is funny.
I like that. I like
OZX
that.
is.
Those the
He
X.
start preaching after.
I'm screaming.
He take the
Nah, but it.
smallest disagreement and turn it into a
Nah, I
Fuck
be
sermon.
that.
trying to like. I be
Yo, you
trying to. I
dumb.
don't know, bro. Some people really think like. Sometimes the way some people think scare me, and I'm like, oh shit, you in my circle and you think like that? Hold
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Uh,
That's why I
You
like
gonna have to
having
get that right.
conversations and let people talk. Go ahead, talk. Yesterday I went out somewhere with my homegirl in Baltimore. First of all, I remember why I left here. That's number one. Anyway, uh, the
Which means
mentality of the
ain't
people
shit
here is
changed.
ignorant as
Which means
fuck,
ain't shit
yo.
changed.
So ignorant. I was at somebody's birthday party yesterday. Mind you, this lady was 50 years old. They're playing Sexy Red and Glorilla, and this lady is twerking on top of a table. I
Why
said,
are
yo,
you
I feel
50
so.
years old listening to Glorilla?
I said, I don't even know these songs. This lady
let them
know them
have
word for
fun.
word. I'm like, nah, bro. They had a little
Let them
dance
have
and shit.
fun.
It's like Nas said, man. People be in their second childhood, yo. That song is very real, yo.
Now, but that first story I told y'all with
Really
Shorty
listen to
about
that shit and
that
take
story I told y'all
you.
with that first Shorty and shit, with the whole like nigga situation in the rant. She did
Yeah.
say she did. This was like 2 nights ago. She did tell me some shit, and it just happened today. So she was right about something that night, and what she was right about because when we met each other, we was in our own relationship, and then I broke up with my ex, and then she was going through her shit with her same person. And we was just like talking, like piggybacking and giving a relationship advice or whatever for when we learn in our perspective and how we could be better. I was like, yo, you know what's crazy? She brought up my ex, and I was like, and Kev, Kev knows what's up, and, and Kev
Not the
knows,
Kev
check,
OZ
knows.
knows, Kev
I'm
knows.
crying.
Kev knows.
So
Somebody
she
always
brings
knows.
her up,
check
and I
that
was
off the
like,
bingo card.
and I was like, I told her, I was like, yo, funny enough,
Let
I
me know
was
down
just
in the
with
comments.
I was just with my older brother because he came out here, not Lewis, but another one, David. He came out here to visit Miami, my dad, and we was in my uncle's house at a pool, and I got a text from my ex. And I go through the text, and it's cold. She cold. She cold. She from Philly. She cold. And she goes, "Why are you still getting mail here? Oh, how are you? Hello. How's your day going? What mail, by the way? Because I did reroute all my shit. I don't know why she's still getting mail. Oh, told. All right, I'm gonna take care of it. She said some shit. Cool. Check. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. And I get into the conversation with the shorty that I was just telling y'all about. And she goes, "Yeah, how's your ass?" I was like, "Yeah, funny enough, she's so cold. She just hit me and talking about the mail, and that's it. She really got want nothing to do with me." And she said some shit because my ex is very prideful. Now my friend, she said some shit, and I was like, "Nah, that ain't what it is. She hates me. She don't want nothing to do with me." She told me I'm the worst out of all. And she's like, honestly, she hit you about the mail. Watch her try and talk to you low key. Yo, as I'm waking up talking to y'all, I get a text from her talking about, so how are you truly?
And bingo.
Boo!
Again.
For yeah, the bullshit. But
Another one off bingo
I'm not
card.
even responding.
Dog, do you want to hear the Cardi record or the Offset record
Yeah,
I'm
first?
y'all niggas is
dead.
fucking dumb.
I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. Well, let's go wrong for wrong. Let's go leg for leg. If I can handle that, let me see you handle this. Do you how you do me? Bet you we won't speak again. Favorite player from your favorite team, he in my DM. I'm so small and tiny, he's so big and tall. Might let him dunk this pussy like he dunked the ball. I'm a big freak.
That shit hard. Sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of
Already.
bobbing my head. I was bobbing my head the whole time. I
That
just
shit
didn't
hard.
know. That shit remind me of some like year
Not your
Strip
favorite
2000
club.
some.
basketball player in my DMs. I'm so small and tiny. He's so big and tall. Might let
Yeah,
him dunk this pussy like he bumped the ball. Yo, she went in on that shit. She was in there talking to Offset
man,
Picture in the
fuck,
studio.
trying to break niggas' hearts. But no, look at the difference though. She over here violating this nigga over here talking about what's that one song you made? Uh, she got me working.
Hold up, hold up.
Niggas hurt,
I'll say this.
saying she's winning
That
my
record, that record
purpose.
was
She
cool.
do everything I heard, man.
That record was cool,
That
but
shit was fire.
it did sound like another
It
remix
was
of
alright.
another Cardi song.
It
Yeah,
was alright.
it's her.
Oh,
It's
for
her
sure.
lane.
It
She stay
wasn't
in her
something that
lane.
make you jump. Yeah, I was say it was
She
something
know
that
what
make
her
you. I'm
lane
not
is.
a Cardi fan, so her music is always alright.
You know what she
Listen,
doing.
I
Now,
just like
jump
Cardi.
out the
if we
window.
talking
I'm
You know
not
what
about
she
saying she's the
doing.
artistic
best.
creativity,
Yeah,
I'm
she
a
did
hip
that.
hop nigga man.
this sample alone, I'm not a big fucking rock fan from that 2000s punk rock shit that was coming out, but I do remember that record though.
Before I got money, I was in the trap kicking doors, and I'm just being honest. If you want smoke, then we cook niggas up like an omelet, I'm just being honest. Throw me a 60 if I go to Magic or Honest, I'm just being honest. I keep a stick or a blicky in case it gets sticky, I'm just being honest. She know that I'm with it, I'm having this chick and this trick, and I'm just being honest. Who really getting it, be honest? Hey, posture be giving, be honest. She real like a pint, I got rats in the bank, and these bitches be hooked like finest. I up in my rank, cause I got niggas spank, niggas, shh.
I like it though.
I
It's
think
alright.
these niggas forgot where I came from, cause I got matching the matching with lakefront. I pull up Porsche, I think I'm J Bond. Bitch, I got torches, this shit look like crayon. Turn into smokers, no bygone, no bygone. Niggas be biting, they biting like Tyson. Niggas got sticks, got glocks, we ain't fighting. Start up a war, then start up a riot. Shoot at your club and then shoot at your partner, then shoot at your block and then shoot at your house. Feeling like Bobby, this my put right good if I catch her out, cut his tongue out his mouth. I go to Saudi, they send the jet and 2 million to hear the words come out my mouth. Go on my thing, bitch, I'm from the south. Fuck around and die trying to get you some clout.
Alright, eh?
He's
His
split on
record
that
is
shit.
better. His record is better.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
This shit hard.
Yeah, that was tough. The intro was tough, and then I like the beat. He was
That's
sliding on
the
that
way that
shit.
it's mixed.
His record
This
is better.
this record's fine. This
Yeah,
shit
that
is fine.
shit slid.
Yeah, that's
What's the
how.
name of that shit?
It's called Bodies featuring JID.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I just put that shit on
Would
my.
you like to hear the JID verse?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
because I like
Cause
Jid
he
better
hard
than
too.
Offset. I like Jid better than Offset, so yeah, I definitely want to hear it.
This JID, baby, I'm just a few letters. Take a look, I'm about to break a record. Put me in the books, I'm bound to beat the level. All about the effort, I'm putting in legwork. Early in the morning, count money till my head hurt. Niggas being funny, we could put them in a red shirt. 5 in your chest, like an Ant-Man. Live in the red, live in the flesh. I manifest, $0 I could collect. I could look in the face of a threat, but never sweat. You sweet, get out the streets when niggas doing a sweep. Swap rides, I'm bringing the switch, so Swiss seats. Mob Tazi, coming with Keezy, Swiss beats. Cops firing, and niggas is ratting and eating cheese. Another day on the east, make them fall to the knees.
That nigga be
Yeah.
cooking, boy.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That nigga Jid be cooking.
Yo, crazy shit is though. He low key sound like Pusha a little bit.
He
It
be
didn't even sound
cooking,
like
bro.
Jade. I don't know. He ain't let his
I
voice
get Kendrick from him every
shine.
time I hear.
Kendrick and Andre
Yeah.
3000 all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
He's influenced by both of them all day.
I
He
hear
That's what I
that
slid.
said.
same.
I said
Him and
baby
Offset
Kendrick
slid
three
on that shit.
stacks, but yeah, that's
This
tough.
is hard.
That's just tough.
And again, this is why I have a certain appreciation for artists that know how to get the fuck low for a while.
Yeah.
Because there was a while where anything that came out at any of the three Migos was sounding fucking repetitive because
The same, yeah.
they were on fucking fire for so long that it's like, yo, again, another
Starting to
Migos
sound the
record.
same. Yeah.
Now that he went away for a little
You
while
get
and came
tired of
back,
it.
yeah, this shit's hard.
Give you a minute to miss the shit, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
steady in your face, you don't miss it.
I think that beat was fire.
Shit
I
get
think the
old.
feature was fire.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
creative shit. They got a video out for this.
Yeah,
This was planned.
the beat was hard.
Which tells me that it was Cardi's team. I'm not gonna put it on Cardi because again, I don't think Cardi has any control on whether this music comes out or not. I
Yeah.
think it was Atlantic that decided to put it out the same day as the Offset record, just to fuel the marketing on it.
Mm.
Because they don't even got a video for that Cardi record. This
No.
Offset record got a video.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Again, he's more trained in artistry than Cardi was. Like she been so on and off. She never does things in order. She hasn't gotten that being an artist down packed the way that
Yeah.
Offset does. So his professionalism is gonna be different to hers.
That let the
Mm.
bodies.
Yo, that
That
shit was
that
hard.
um last question on the Cardi Offset topic. Do you think there's gonna be another record that comes out?
For who?
Cardi. like as a
Well,
single, like a big fucking smash
she
single
needs
that people
another
want to
one to
hear.
Probably
drop the
they gonna
album.
need another one. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
that one ain't
summertime,
gonna
so it's
do it.
perfect.
That one ain't gonna just settle right album. She gotta
The
probably.
album is due September 19th, and it's currently June 29th.
I would say she
She gotta
drops
drop one
another
more.
one. She would
Yeah.
drop one more, maybe even two before that shit hit. You got 23 songs, bro.
I don't
You
think
could
there's two
put you
more.
could you
I
could
don't think
put
there's two
out one
more.
or two. You could put out one or two more.
I
You
think
don't
it's
think it's
way
two
too
more?
late. I think it's way too late for there to be two records. I think she
So you,
might have one in the tuck, but
she gotta have one, bro. She can't be basing this other shit off this one record.
All right.
that one record ain't the one that's gonna settle
It's
it. You gotta
not.
think.
It's
But
that's what I said.
it's
It's
blowing
alright.
up though.
It's alright, but it's
It's
not.
blowing
You know what
up
I mean?
though.
It's nothing
It's
special
an
about it to make you
it's
be like, yo,
another
let me go run and grab
It
her
ain't a
album. Come
Bodak
on, my
Yellow,
nigga.
Michaela.
not, but it's another hot
Definitely
girl
not.
summer shit
Definitely not.
type. Listen, I'm on TikTok. Everybody's using that shit. That shit is trending. Like everybody talk about how they love how she showing Offset she don't give a fuck and she outside. Like it's another hot girl summer anthem.
Yeah, but I put that on label putting the money behind the fucking song, which they're gonna do because it's a Cardi album.
Yeah,
Now, if I'm talking about it's a hit where we're gonna play this shit 3 months from now, it's still gonna be playing in the club. I don't think that's the case with this record. I don't
it's
think
gonna
this
play
is
Right.
all
like
summer
WAP.
for
I don't
sure.
think that's
The
like
six.
the
This.
Megan record that she had. I don't think this is
Nah,
like
it's not as big as
the
that. Hell
Bodak Yellow. And I think
no.
she needs
Nah.
one of those though.
Nah, it's not as big as neither one of them. But it's a spinner. But I don't know. Again, the single's supposed to roll out the album. The single don't make you scream, yo, this album's gonna be shit. That's what I'm
And
saying.
what are you going to a Cardi album for if it's not a,
And,
Booty
a
shaking.
smash record like that?
and if you want to hear 23 songs from Cardi B, I said, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Not
Take
go kill
offense. If
yourself.
you feel a way, I meant it, motherfucker.
I
That's
can't.
it.
I don't got
Hmm?
anything else unless our military expert wants to talk to us about what's going on overseas.
Hey, what y'all think about this situation? World War or no?
Nah, I mean, we're gonna come
I did want to touch
into
base on that real quick before we ended the pod.
we 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 gonna come into an agreement. They gonna call it a low ass war, World War III. That really consisted of those
It's on some
actions,
paper shit. Yeah.
and fucking yeah. Nah, I mean, I don't know. It could. I don't know, bro. It could be conspiracy about it, but the facts is
Right.
that they launched some shit, and
Mm-hmm.
I already knew our fucking
Be clear, who
our
launched some shit?
I know that
Right.
our
Right. Right.
fucking
Right.
I know our weapons can intercept shit. So yeah, supposedly they said they launched some shit and we intercepted
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we have some technology. Fun fact: I used to have to
Is
load
that why we
keys.
bombed them? Is that why we bombed them or did whatever to them? Because they tried to send some shit.
Well, we bombed them because they kept bombing Israel, and Trump told them to stop bombing Israel before they hit an American embassy, and they did. And
Yeah, in
then,
Qatar,
I was just wondering why he attacked. That's I just didn't know the
well, yeah,
behind to it.
they hit an. It was in Qatar or Israel, the American embassy.
Qatar. Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
Qatar. So yeah, then Trump sent out a message to Tehran and said evacuate immediately. And I saw fucking
What? He
videos.
said evacuate immediately.
I saw videos of that highway in Iran. There
That shit was
was
jammed.
that
That
shit
shit was
looked like there was 3 million
jammed.
cars on the road trying to get the fuck out of
Damn,
area.
out of that town. That's crazy.
I saw when I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, we good.
yeah. I really don't think, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the wrong people will suffer if they was to hit us, but we will not. We're pretty strong, bro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't worried about. I'm sorry.
It
I mean, maybe I
it's
should be
just
more worried than
yeah,
I
you
am.
should because you're
I
close
don't.
to New York, so
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't think. I think we as a public are very ignorant to the weapons that America has.
bro, I'm telling you, we're pretty strong. Our Air Force is strong, our Navy is strong. We have a lot of ships. We have a lot of I don't know if you saw, but we actually launched like a lot of good different planes and shit that we own that was in the air in like a triangle. It's just
Uh,
fucking fire.
I know that our military has certain shit that the public isn't aware about. That even our
Of
military
course. Of
isn't
course.
aware about.
Yeah,
Like
they not
it's
that's
Yeah.
like
that's
very
super
very
low key.
fucking yeah.
Classified.
Like
Real
that
classified.
little tiny ass helicopter that made no sound when they found Bin Laden. Like
The last thing we really got to do, and it's funny because I saw this thing that they had some very microscopic looking ass mosquitoes that are actual like cameras and shit, like
That's
I
from
crazy.
saw
China
that.
and
I
shit.
saw that. That was
That
crazy.
shit's wild.
Yeah, like that shit could
But
land on the wall. you wouldn't even know it was there. Like it's like a dot.
Right.
That shit was crazy. I was like, oh, these niggas
That
got
shit's
some real shit.
wild. That shit's
Like
scary. And
that
then
shit could just infiltrate your home, bro, and show them niggas everything
not
you're
only
doing.
that, I
Anything.
don't like the thoughts of mosquitoes because like once upon a time, I think it was in Brazil, they had a mosquito farm. They were fucking creating millions and trillions of fucking mosquitoes. They would put some type of shit in it so that way when they put them and then they would put them in a bottle and like a fucking they would go on a moped and ride around with like a bag full of that shit. They'll put them in a bottle and start like taking the bottle in different areas in that country, and they will let them free. And I guess the goal was to eliminate the mosquitoes that were naturally out that had like certain different types of like infections or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like a virus.
Okay, you starting to talk too much now because
I
I
cannot.
don't think we got enough security or money or leverage to be speaking about some.
Yo, you're dumb. He said, "Oh, you talking too
I
much."
don't know what kind of I
He
don't know
said you
what
gonna get
kind
us
of
Nah.
bombed.
defense we have
Well,
as a
anyway,
podcast, but
I was really gonna say that the last thing I'm really waiting for is for them to do the whole little the Simpsons dome
I can't.
around the motherfucking US. I'm pretty sure that shit's about to come into fact. Watch.
a way to lead with the fucking good news to the American
Right,
people.
right, because that
We're
ain't.
gonna have a bubble over the whole country.
I don't want that. You can't even escape
Hey,
off
yo,
of
one
that.
question: do y'all think war is profitable for America?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yeah, war is always
sir.
profitable.
Yeah, always,
Unfortunately, it's always profitable. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
always.
I think so too.
it's whack. It's fucked up to say that because I wish it wasn't, but you know,
I think that
unfortunately,
explains a
that's
lot of why
partially
we have.
why people do go to war. Mhm.
I think that explains a lot of what, like, our reason for being involved. So,
Always getting involved with something. Yeah, we can't mind our business.
nah, ain't nobody making money without us. Fuck what you talking
Yeah, the big bad bully.
about?
I already know. I've
Like,
been there.
America's like the mob, yo. You gonna pay that fucking
The
tax?
big bad bully, nigga, is racketeering at its finest, bro. We need a cut. I want in. A nickel bag is sold in the park. I want in. That's it. The fuck?
Yo, so
You got homework.
we before we go, we're definitely not going to talk about that Rihanna record that dropped a couple weeks ago, right?
I didn't even hear it.
I was
So
gonna
what
say
is
I
trash?
don't even know.
It was trash. Just say if it was trash or pass.
It's over, dog.
What'd you say, son?
He said it's
It's
over.
over.
Play it.
He
It's
said it's
a,
over. This
Play
nigga
it.
Kevin.
it's a fucking rap, yo.
He said
This
it's
shit.
over. This is the second time he said that shit today. Who'd you say that about before? Oh, Drake. What you fucking say?
Wayne.
Wayne, oh, Wayne, my bad. He said,
Play it.
Drake is soon to be on that list if this fucking
Drake
Iceman
is
album
about
ain't.
Drake is so it's
This
so
Iceman album ain't got some shit on there, then it's,
it's gonna have Gucci on there, man. Burr, burr,
I don't know who the fuck he plan on having on that album.
burr, burr.
You know,
I
it'd be dope
can't.
if he put uh featuring himself.
Yo, stop it, fuck. Drake featuring the Six
Drake
God.
would do some shit like that
Yo,
though.
yeah, Drake featuring the Six God.
I'm for
He
it.
he
He
definitely
did
would.
say he did say that's why every song sound like Drake featuring Drake.
He said
Okay.
that once upon a time.
I don't think that's the same Drake though.
You're an idiot, yeah.
But yeah, I don't got nothing else. I got a Rick Ross and Pharrell record that dropped 2 days ago that I just saw on YouTube.
I didn't hear it.
Let's see. Before we go. Oh, it's a hit.
I can't. I
You're
hate this nigga.
dumb, yo. Shut up. Nigga, nigga, shut up. It's a hit.
It's called For the Money. There's a music video and I see the Paris skyline.
That's all you needed to know, and it's a hit. It's good.
Oh
You ain't
yeah,
gotta
Rick
hear the,
Ross
you
is
ain't
on
gotta
this
hear the
shit,
track.
and Pharrell producing this shit about to be fire. Let's see.
You ain't
My
gotta know.
guess, in my humble opinion, is that this shit is about to be fire.
It should be. I trust Ross as a artist,
Uh oh.
and Pharrell as a producer. So let's see.
Some big boys in here. Big boy moves only, big boy talk only, nigga. the money. Only came for the money. Only came for the money. Only move for the money. Everybody want beef, niggas want smoke. Hoes getting high, niggas on dope. Everybody got rich, then they went broke.
Oh, this shit is slap.
The beat
Got
is
a
dope.
Rick Ross slap in 2025
The beat is
before a
dope.
Drake slap.
Pharrell
That's
on the move right now. He said, "What's going on?"
Pharrell gonna team
Pharrell,
up with all the Drake
look,
options.
Pharrell on the move. You see
Hey, you
this?
better
Yeah.
give me a chain, or I'm gonna give me one chain at a time back, or I'm gonna go to every one of your ops and give them a hit.
That nigga said one chain at a time back, or I'm gonna go to all your ops and give them a hit at a time.
Only move for the money. Everybody want beef, niggas want smoke. Hoes getting high, niggas on dope. Everybody got rich, then they went broke. Hoes wanna shop, then they wanna post. But I came for the money. Only came for the money. A nigga came for the money. Big boss want money. Any nigga wanna leave, pussy nigga jump. Jacob rent a meal, pay off in the lump. Winning is a thrill, all a nigga want. Leave it in the streets, turn it in the trunk. A nigga came for the money. A nigga came for the money. Young niggas want money.
Trey Petto firing
Yo,
Kanye's doctor Ace.
Yeah, you're dumb.
He
yo, that
better
beat
show up at
slap.
Kanye
Nah,
door
that beat is fire. I said Pharrell
with
on the
Chubbs.
move right now. Pharrell on the
Yo,
Holy
move.
the
shit.
whole OVO team, bring 40, bring everybody, and kidnap Kanye ASAP. Cause you are in trouble, buddy.
Pharrell said he ain't playing with y'all this year.
God
Yo, that
damn,
was a
He
yo.
coming with the
slap.
heat. Yeah,
That shit was so
that beat
fucking
and that
fire.
Clipse beat was fire.
They drinking Bel Air and some water that look clearer than clear.
Some water that looks
That shit's
clear.
invisible.
The fuck is happening, yo? Pharrell's about to smoke Drake
They're
boots
drinking.
and say, all that goofy shit. He's a...
Yeah, right now he's 2 for 2.
Don't let him have a word on the shit.
Yeah, you're dumb.
That shit's fire. And they made that shit into a little Hispanic joint right
You
there.
know what the worst part about this shit is, Derek?
What's that?
This shit sound like some shit Drake would make a hit out of.
Yeah, it sounded, it had the little
Mm,
one dance little tone to it
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
I need a one day,
Yeah,
I
you're
will
right.
be
You're
a
right.
man.
You're
You can
right.
hear that shit.
Pharrell, like, yeah, bitch,
Fire,
this is something I could have cooked up for you, but I think I'm gonna give it to Ross instead.
fire, fire.
I think Ross would sound better on it.
Who else
Yo,
Drake got
honestly,
beef?
that might exactly what happened
T-Pain
though.
about to get a Pharrell beat soon.
Yeah, you're dumb. Everybody, yo,
If
you're
I come,
Yo,
if I come
stupid.
on, if I come here next week and T-Pain got a record with Pharrell, fam,
Hey, yo, Kev, that nigga about to give Metro Boomin a beat, and he a producer. Like, here, take this.
yeah,
Take this.
Pharrell is cooking up, and he got a. I got a case so far. I have a prediction for the end of the year. Pharrell producer of the year, Clipse
Yeah,
album of the year,
yeah, I can see that.
and whole verse of the year after he smoke all of that over a Pharrell beat.
Over forever. I'm dying to hear the tracks with him and with them and Nas and them and Jay Z. Definitely.
Hey
And
yo, but Taylor, what did Nas buy?
they probably even got more features than that we don't know. You know what
Hey
I'm
yo,
saying?
didn't Nas just buy some shit in Queens casino estate
He
or
had
some
got a
shit?
casino. Yeah, he got a casino. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Sure did.
you
He
somebody,
about to let
purchased.
somebody,
Nas, you about to let
somebody.
Nas cook up on a Pharrell beat. Don't let Drake have a problem with Nas now.
Now you
Yo,
need
you're
to go and
dumb.
watch
Yo,
Goodfellas.
somebody made a
If I'm
meme of
Nas,
that.
I just diss Drake off the strength. Like, you know what?
I was gonna say
I just bought a
Drake.
casino.
you really
That's just
gotta
funny.
go watch Casino now because I
Yeah,
promise you
y'all
there's
do.
gonna
Y'all
be a
do.
lot of casino references
Y'all do.
coming
I
up
But
might go
soon.
watch it.
somebody
Feeling like
somebody made
saying
a
Rothstein.
right. Somebody did a
Mm,
somebody did a meme and said that about Nas with the whole Jim Jones shit. There was like Jim Jones said that shit about Nas and he responded by buying a casino. So these niggas are stupid.
Yo, this shit a little slab, yo. I'm about to play this shit on the bigs.
yeah, that's just fire. That and that little offset song from earlier.
Yeah,
Damn. Is music coming back?
I like all of it. I like the clips. Yeah, I like all of it. Like
Is music coming back?
I don't know.
And Drake want to have the nerve to fucking drop a record with his little artist from Toronto.
The fucking album cover with fucking Party Next Door. I'm still not over that shit.
Hey, yo, Drizzy, go kidnap Kanye.
And like
Kanye
I
would go
said,
willingly at this fucking point.
Kev
He
giving him
bored.
some advice. He definitely bored. He need a hobby.
Let's think about it. Everybody hates Kanye.
Yeah,
Everybody
yours.
hates Drake.
Like everybody hates Chris.
Drake need a
Team up and be
beat.
super villains.
Drake need a beat, and Kanye need a Drake written verse.
A Drake written verse is crazy.
He need a ghostwriter and he need a
Hey,
producer.
yo, I think if Drake
I need a
get
ghostwriter.
if
I
Drake
need a
get
producer.
if Drake get a good plan, like look, his house is already built to be a fucking like hospital.
I can't. Shut the fuck
Hospital.
You
up.
could have all kinds of trainers and
Next to the
fucking
hospital.
Right.
yeah, you could have Kanye have a whole schedule from 9 to about 7 p.m. You are with the therapist.
I cannot. I
Then
hate
you will
this
have
man.
a meal that my personal chef is gonna cook up.
I'm
Some
crying.
healthy shit, some salmon,
This
This
is the
nigga
pitch.
fresh
Mm.
from the Toronto waters.
This is the pitch.
fresh from the Toronto
You
waters.
you flush down your medication with some great clear Saratoga water,
Yeah,
and
meditation.
then from 9 to 12, because we don't want to overwork you,
I can't.
you are
We don't
going
want
to
to
make
overwork you.
beats. You're not
We
gonna
don't
say
want
nothing. You're just gonna make
You're
beats.
not gonna say nothing. Just make the
That's
And
your
beats.
therapy.
when I feel like you're ready to get
Just
on the mic,
composing.
you are gonna
I'll
say
I'll
word for
put you there.
word everything that I wrote.
I can't.
Word for
And
word,
nothing else.
everything
No ad
verbatim. Don't
libs.
don't ad lib nothing. Don't tweak
Yeah.
nothing. Don't change nothing. Don't
And,
get no
and
thoughts
and
in
just
that
like
brain of
that,
yours. Just
and
do
just
what
like
I'm
And
that, they
asking.
Kanye
back.
gonna say, Drake, you don't have the answers, bro.
I'm still the GOAT, Drake. On his own track and shit. I'm still the
I'm saying,
GOAT.
And he gonna
hey
leave the
yo,
argument on the
Kanye need to
song.
go to rehab in the embassy.
I'm crying.
In the embassy.
Yeah, that's the shit that he called. That is some fly shit to put a name on your house.
I
The
cannot.
embassy.
He said that's some fly shit. That's some psychopathic fucking. I am Kanye West. My fucking bipolarism is a superpower, face ass.
Hey yo, that's the only way. That's the only way I can see the two of them being cool.
I can't. It's not
Cause
gonna
right
work.
now,
It's forcing
Pharrell
it.
and Push and the whole they up. They
They
kicking
up.
y'all teeth in right now.
Oh.
They got Kanye admitted to sucking dick.
Oh God. Did we forget about that? That wasn't that long
Yeah.
ago. That's so crazy.
Right.
He been real quiet since he came out
They
talking about
admitted
that
that shit.
too.
If I and look, in my expert opinion,
He should be
I
quiet.
don't think Drake wrote
I'm
those
my
lines,
expert opinion.
I can't.
or maybe he did.
Nah, maybe he
Yo,
did.
you know what
When
would be
I was
cool?
$14.
You know what would be a hard ball, Kanye, if you said this.
Yo, he said this crazy. Nah, think about how many people would listen for that, bro. I'm telling you,
And it's right before Gay Pride.
it's an eye opener. Don't question it. Just
Don't
do
forget that Kanye went and said he has gay privilege after saying that.
Yes.
it.
I don't got
Psychopath.
That's crazy.
about your jobs. Michaela, is there anything else
That's crazy. That's crazy.
you have for us?
No, still fuck you and yeah.
I'm done. It's possible.
I'm crying.
You ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take a nap for an hour. Peace.
Nigga, so, well,
I'm
And
done.
then when
Bye,
everyone
that
enjoy the
y'all.
go,
rest of
let the
y'all
end
weekend.
go.
Have a good week.
And then we're gonna have a wolf at the end. Go, woo! That'll be
Oh shit.
Not the shots fired. For what?
Enjoy. Peace
Be
and
One
quiet, Nick.
millions.
love.
Say,
Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
cool
Peace.
out there. Or
please
Well,
one.
hydrate.